All right, guys, welcome to another edition of Play-by-Play with Dr. Delay. We've got a great one for you today, and I'm not being sarcastic by any means. We have, of course, the Los Angeles Dodgers coming to town to take on our very own Pittsburgh Pirates. The Dodgers coming in with a 78-59 record. Meanwhile, the Pirates 61-77. And, believe it or not, things are kind of looking a little bit up as of late for the Pirates. They are, let's see here. They are 7-3 in their last 10. 7-3 in their last 10. The Dodgers, they're doing all right as well, 6-4. But definitely, I don't know, feel pretty good. Again, there was actually, many of you guys, that are Pirates fans may remember this in 2022 and 2023. We had a lot of success against these guys, though. That wasn't the case last year. I think we ended up losing the season series 2-4, if I recall. Right now, we're down 2-1. So, hey, I'll take a 2 out of the next 3 to even up that season series against these Dodgers. Of course, Clayton Kershaw is on the mound, so it's going to be a pleasure to watch him pitch. Hopefully, I can, make it sound as amazing as it'll look. Kershaw comes in today with a 3.06 ERA, a win-loss record of 9-2, a whip of a 1.15. Last 7 starts, though, he's been pretty darn good. 5-1 record, 2.63 ERA. So, again, pretty solid as he's looking to, again, get in that form and keep that form for the playoffs. Of course, he's always been, iffy in the playoffs, or at least that's the narrative. He's going to face Carmen Mlodzinski. He's 3-7 with a 3.86 ERA, whip of a 1.32. Last 7 appearances, really solid, 2.04 ERA. He's only made 2 starts in those last 7 appearances, so I'm a little bit skeptical. I'm hopeful that maybe, just maybe, he can tap into that bullpen type of stuff, but yeah, we'll see. We'll give it a shot and hope for the best. I think he is most effective out of the pen, but, I guess we'll find out. Starting lineups in this one, the Pirates are going to send out Triolo to lead off. Gonzalez is batting second. Reynolds in the third spot. Pham cleanup. McCutcheon's batting fifth. Canario is batting sixth. York is coming up. He's been highly touted for the Pirates. Batting 7th, Davis is batting 8th, and Cam Devaney, I believe he played, when did he play again? I can't actually remember. Oh, never mind. Okay, I guess he made his debut not too long ago. Okay, interesting. I must be thinking of another person. So we got some young bucks on the team today in the starting lineup. For the Dodgers, going to be Ohtani, Betts, Freeman, Smith, Hernandez, Conforto, Pages, Freeland, and Rojas. That is the starting lineup for the Dodgers. Again, it should be, I honestly believe it can be a very competitive series. I know, again, it might be a little delusion. Maybe it is, I don't know. But I have a lot of faith. I have a lot of faith in the Pirates right now for some reason. So hopefully that continues. Like I said, again, the Dodgers taking the early series out in L.A. Pittsburgh actually won Game 1 3-0. The Dodgers winning Game 2 8-4, and then the Game 3 9-2. So kind of dominating the last of that series. And of course, the Dodgers have a 2.5 game lead over the Padres in the NL West. So looking to build on that, of course. They definitely do not want to be playing in that opening weekend, though it's looking like as of now that the winner of the NL West will in fact be playing on that opening weekend. It's looking like they'll be playing the Mets. So again, I feel like the NL is just one of those. It's a conference that I think anyone can win. Of course, the Pirates, I believe they were actually officially eliminated from winning the division on Sunday. I know that's a shocker, but yeah, we'll see what happens again. Obviously they're not going to make the playoffs, but end the season strong, and we'll feel a little bit more optimistic. I feel like that's always been a thing for the Pirates. They always start off decent, except for this year, and then they kind of fade away. How's it going, RC? Thank you for stopping on by. And we got the Dodgers and the Pirates. Definitely ready for this one. As again, Molzinski will be starting on the mound for the Pirates. Usually more effective out of the pen, but I guess we will see how he does, as Molzinski is just now exiting the dugout, so a little bit of a delay in Pittsburgh, but about a minute and a half left for this one. So, and I should probably put on the batting stats for Shohei Ohtani. He'll be pitching tomorrow. Of course, I'll be covering every single game of the series. I have yet to post the Thursday one, but that one will be happening. So again, if you're a Pirates fan, Dodgers fan that has yet to subscribe to the channel, well, just do it, because I'll be here today, tomorrow, and, of course, Friday. And yeah, it won't be, Thursday, pardon me. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And I won't be doing Cowboys-Eagles. I'll be enjoying that as a fan. And then we'll get back into it all next week for as far as football. Again, the Dodgers lineup: Ohtani, Betts, Freeman, Smith, Hernandez, Conforto, Paez, Freeland, and Rojas. That is the starting lineup for the Dodgers. Howdy, Hammer. How's it going? Thank you for stopping on by. Beat these LA bumps. We'll see. Again, I'm actually feeling very confident, very optimistic that can be done. In 2022 and 2023, we actually took the season series against the Dodgers. 2024, not so much the case last year. Then, of course, we're already down in the season series, losing out in L.A. 2-1. So, all right, I believe we're about to get underway. Shohei Ohtani coming up to the plate. There he is, batting .276, OPS of .986, 45 home runs, and 85 RBIs. So let's get this game started. And I know, again, this probably doesn't matter to most of you guys, but if you guys do play video games, MLB The Show, Pirates and Dodgers every time in my franchise mode. It's a rivalry. I would love to see it happen in real life. The small market versus the big market. Here's the pitch. Ohtani pops it up. Shallow left. Pham is under it and squeezes the glove for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out. That will bring up Mookie Betts. Betts having kind of a down year, batting .250, OPS of .699, 14 homers and 59 RBIs. Molzinski sets, kicks, and deals. That is outside for ball 1. Who's pitching for Pitt? It's going to be Molzinski. Carmen Molzinski. I can provide his stats after this at bat here. He's better out of the pen, so this is questionable in my opinion. Here's the 1-0. That is down low, but it's called a strike. Pirates getting a call, 1-1. Nick Lentz is the umpire behind home plate. 1-1 count to Betts. Molzinski sets, kicks, and deals. That's going to be hit to left, but that is a foul ball. Breaking ball on the inside corner. 1-2. They're talking about it right now. Betts' year, not exactly typical Betts. I mean, he is at 32. I mean, he's 32. Here's the 1-2. That is in the dirt ball, too. So, I mean, maybe he's just hit that wall. Of course, he has been playing a little bit better, at least he has. So, OPS north of 1,000 in his last 7 games. OPS north of 800 going back to 15 games. 2-2. Here's the pitch. That's going to be chopped off of Davis. The umpire wanted to go out there. Davis was like, no, I'm good. I am good. 2-2. If you're just tuning in looking for Shohei Ohtani, well, he has already he 1 pitch, 1 out. But, of course, he'll be back very soon. 2-2. Here is the pitch. Chopper, and that is going foul. Denny, how's it going? Let's go, Bucks. Yes, sir. We got it. 2-2. Molzinski sets, kicks, and deals. Chopper, and once again, foul. Betts just working the count. Can already see back behind home plate. We got some Dodgers fans. Again, yeah, that's something that might be a little bit embarrassing. When the Dodgers score, their cheers are going to be pretty loud in the stadium, despite them being away. Mlodzinski kicks and deals. Betts hits this to right. Reynolds is there to make the catch for out number 2. Two away for the Pirates, and that will bring up Freddie Freeman. He's batting .300, OPS of 874, 18 homers, and 76 RBIs. Last 7 games, OPS north of 1,000. Here's the pitch. That is in the dirt, ball 1. Want to know to Freddie Freeman, one of the few batters batting .300 or above, as Mlodzinski sets. Greg Brown's copying me, as that's going to be hit to left. 1-1. Look at me go. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking or saying what Greg Brown would say, or maybe just Greg Brown and I are on the same wavelength. I don't know. 1-1 counts. Mlodzinski sets. Rocks and fires. That's going to be hit to left. Pham, though, is there to make the catch. For out number 3, the Dodgers do nothing. As we head to the bottom of the first inning, your score in Pittsburgh is 0-0. Once again, folks, appreciate you guys for stopping on by. Make sure, of course, to hit the like button. That like button is very clutch for small channels like mine. Of course, subscribe to the channel. If you're a sports fan, baseball fan, Pirates fan, Dodgers fan, doesn't really matter. I do a lot. Of course, it is a Pirates, mostly as far as baseball is concerned, it's going to be mostly Pirates. But for the postseason, I'm sure the Dodgers will be there, and I, of course, will be covering the postseason. So definitely subscribe. Doesn't matter the team. It does not matter the team. Of course, again, I do appreciate you guys just, again, clicking on this live stream. It really does help out a lot. I know there's a lot of Dodger streamers out there. So, yeah, I have a lot of competition tonight. Usually don't do too great with Dodgers games, but, you know, hopefully the Pirates fans are all coming here. I mean, that'd be ideal, but probably not. Daniel, how's it going? Thank you for stopping on by. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've seen you. Happy Tuesday. I beat you to it just in case you want to say Happy Tuesday. Doing it for the Pirates. Again, the starting lineup for the Pirates: Triolo, Gonzalez, Reynolds, Pham, McCutchen, Canario, York, Davis, and Devaney. Starting pitcher, again, I forgot Hammer. Carmen Mlodzinski, his ERA is a 3.84, though, in my opinion, much better as a reliever. So we'll see how he does in this one. I don't know what's going on here. All right, we're back in Pittsburgh again. It's 0-0 as Triolo is going to be coming to the plate. Batting .221, OPS of 667 will round up. 5 homers and 18 RBIs. OPS of 789 in his last 7 games. Cooling off a little bit. Here is the pitch. That's going to be popped up, and that is a foul ball. Again, Kershaw, the starting pitcher tonight for the Dodgers. I guess I can show you his stats just in case you're tuning on in a little bit late, and that's okay. That is okay. 0-1 count. Kershaw rocks and fires. Triolo chops this one foul. Minister of Malarkey, how's it going? Or is it Malarkey? Thank you. Thank you for stopping on by. I think it's Malarkey. It has to be Malarkey. 0-2. Here's the pitch. Triolo hits this one to left. And this one is given a good ride. That's going to be hit in the warning track and bounce over the wall for a ground rule doubles in that deep little, I don't know how to really explain it, deep part of the left center field in PNC Park. Honestly, kind of unlucky that it went over the wall. That's probably a home run in every other ballpark. That will bring up Nick Gonzalez. He's batting .279, OPS of 707, 5 homers and 22 RBIs. Triolo with the leadoff double. Kershaw kicks and deals. Breaking ball, that is low for ball 1. Count is 1-0 to Nick Gonzalez. Kershaw looks back, kicks and deals. And this one's going to be popped up, and that's going foul. A lot of empty seats, of course. It is actually, I looked up the ticket prices earlier, not exactly the most expensive, despite the Dodgers coming into town. But, again, rightfully so, boycotting the team right now. 1-1, here's the pitch. Breaking ball, that is in there, but it's not called a strike. Kershaw couldn't believe it. His eyes were so wide. Will Smith is asking about it. That was a great pitch. Gonzalez kind of got lucky. 2-1 counts. Kershaw sets, rocks, and fires. That is way upstairs for ball 3. Maybe that rattled Kershaw. Maybe he wanted that fastball to hit the umpire. I don't know. Couldn't tell you, but it's 3-1. Runner on second and nobody out here in the bottom of the first. Pirates already with a runner in scoring position. Kershaw deals, chopped foul. Chased out of the zone for that one. Just protecting, even though there's only one strike, so maybe not. Maybe he was eager, I don't know. 3-2. Kershaw looks back. Stretches, sets, kicks and deals. That is in the dirt, ball 4. So look at that. Got to take advantage of this. Again, Kershaw, one of the greatest to ever do it. As that will bring up Brian Reynolds, who's, by the way, in the last 29 games in August, OPS of 926. He's been much better. For the season, though, batting .245, OPS of 717, 14 homers and 68 RBIs. Here's the pitch. That is low for ball 1. Dylan, you seen that game last night, Straight Clown Show? I was keeping up with it. The wife and I, she wanted to watch a movie. I'm like, okay. So I was kind of just checking on it, on my phone. I could not believe it, RC. That was pretty bad. Here's the 1-0. That is outside for ball 2. That's pretty embarrassing. So, I thought North Carolina could, I'm not going to say they were going to make the playoff or anything, but, 8-9 wins, kind of be a respectable, but I don't know. Here's the 2-0. Reynolds hits this right, but that is a foul ball. Yeah, I don't know what. That was pretty bad. That was pretty bad, RC. So, looking like Coach Prime went 4-8 first year. That's probably what's going to happen with Bill. 4-8. I don't know. Again, it's only one game, though. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. 2-1, here's the pitch. That is outside for ball 3. So 3-1 to Reynolds. Again, runners on first and second, nobody out. Sean, how's it going? Hello there. How are you doing? Thank you for stopping on by, as always, Sean, an OG there. 3-1. Kershaw looks back at Triolo. Kicks and deals. That is low for ball 4. Reynolds on a walk there, so that'll bring up. Some people consider this guy the Antonio Brown of baseball, Tommy Pham. Batting .264, OPS of 738, homers and 45 RBIs. Yeah, the ups were bad in the Brewers-Phillies game. Really? I wish I would have stayed on and called that game, man. It did numbers for other streamers, and it just was such an exciting game. Bill Falerick, there we go. Oh, man. I wish I would have called that game yesterday. Would have done a doubleheader, but I think my voice was also struggling at the end of the first one between the Blue Jays and Reds. So it is what it is. As, again, Pham at the plate. Kershaw sets, kicks and deals. Pham hits this to right. And this is going to be... Oh! Hernandez couldn't judge it well. Triolo's coming. Oh, Hernandez is jogging to the ball, not sprinting. 2 runs are scoring. Triolo and Gonzalez. It was just a little blooper down the right field line, and Hernandez kind of misslid, couldn't make the catch. And then, of course, to do some more damage to the Dodgers, doesn't sprint for the ball. And I'm not complaining, by the way. Pretty happy, actually. As that will bring up Andrew McCutchen, batting .246, OPS of 724, 12 homers, and 50 RBIs. Again, just jogging to the ball, like moseying over. Of course, Reynolds not as fast as he was, but still can move, as that's going to be outside for ball 1. Kershaw now rattled again. He's already walked twice, and it's kind of changing. You know, that breaking ball that was called a ball that was clearly in the zone. Maybe that was the what messed him up. BRB, I got you. 1-0. Here's the pitch. That is outside ball 2. That football game was a blooper reel. I need to look at the highlights. I need to do that. I usually do for games that I wanted to see but didn't, but that's such a blowout. But, I mean, if you're saying it was a blooper reel, then maybe. 2-0 count. Kershaw sets, kicks, and deals. Right up the middle. Oh, and Kershaw tried to snag it, but couldn't. Kershaw has it and can't do anything as Reynolds comes across to score. Oh, it would have been an amazing catch, but it was just hit so hard he couldn't react that fast. Off his glove and all, as it's 3-0 here in Pittsburgh. And no, it's not the Dodgers leading. Oh, man. As that will bring up Alexander Canario. Can he join in? 105 right at the glove of Kershaw. Again, Kershaw just couldn't secure the catch. He wasn't able to bat it down. As, again, Canario batting .212 OPS of .607, 5 homers and 16 RBIs. Kershaw sets. Runners on the corners. Here's the pitch. That is low, but it's called a strike, and Canario shaking his head. Maybe a pity call there. Reds are down 4-0 against the Blue Jays, top of the first. Oh, wow. Hey, you know, the Dodgers down 3-0 to the Pirates in the bottom of the first as Kershaw sets, kicks, and deals. Swing and a miss. There's that breaking ball. That is beautiful. 0-2 count again. Nobody out. Runners on the corners for the Pirates as they lead 3-0. Again, to be honest with you, this might be all though that the Pirates get. I mean, just like that, Kershaw can just go 0-0-0-0. So you got to take advantage. Again, nobody out. So I should see 4-0 by the end of the inning. But it is the Pirates. I think that's the thing there. 0-2 count. Kershaw kicks and deals. That is in the dirt for ball 1. Well, this has been a pretty fun inning. I don't know about you guys tuning in. 1-2 count for Alexander Canario. Looks over at first. Sets. Kicks and deals. Canario hits this to Hernandez and right, who makes the catch. And that's going to be a sacrifice fly as Pham is able to come across. It's 4-0 Pirates. Look at that. That is going to bring up Nick York. Played a little last year. As far as this year, I could not tell you. I'm trying to get that information for you now. OPS in AAA of 754, batting .287, 7 homers in 400 or so at bats. So not too bad. I guess I'll show you guys AAA stats. Here's the pitch. York pops it up, and that is going foul. We only score in 2 innings per game. This is one. There we go. Hey, it's a good one. 0-1 count to Nick York. Here's the pitch. That is low. I guess I'll go ahead and leave it up there. That's the whole reason I have it is so you can see who's hitting. 1-1 count, 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Pirates leading 4-0 as Kershaw sets, kicks, and deals. That is high for ball 2. Two and 1. Kershaw sets. And a pickoff attempt, or more of a toss over. Keeping an eye on McCutcheon. Count is 2-1 to York. Kershaw kicks and deals. That is high for ball 3. Dodgers fans, again, a lot of Dodgers fans in the stadium, so a lot of groans on that call there, but it was definitely north of the zone. Kershaw sets. Rocks and fires. That's going to be chopped off his foot. And that'll make it 3-2. Three and two count to York again. Runner on first. 1 out. Bottom of the first. The Pirates leading 4-0. It is not. That is actually the scores. That's going to be hit to left. And a diving attempt. Oh, and he couldn't make the catch. Conforto just couldn't get there in time. But luckily, it went off his glove and was able to keep it in front of him. So McCutcheon's only on at second. Unbelievable. What is happening? That will bring up Henry Davis. He's batting .169, OPS of .532, 6 homers and 19 RBIs. And Mark Pryor is up on the phone. Probably not what they expected. Here's the pitch. Davis hits this one to left. And that is foul again. Davis, and I've mentioned it quite a bit if you're normally here all the time. Davis makes solid contact. It just usually finds a glove or it's foul. You know, it just can't find a gap. It is hard liners. That's what they are, but they always seem to find a glove. 0-1. Kershaw looks back at second. Kicks and deals. Davis pops it up, and that's going foul. We don't need no stinking payroll. There we go. There we go. Like I said earlier, and I know, probably most of you guys don't play MLB The Show, but, I feel like just the last, few MLB The Shows I've played, it's always, in my franchise with the Pirates, it's always a rivalry with the Pirates and Dodgers. I'd love to see that in real life. 0-2. Here's the pitch. That is low for ball 1. Of course, I know they would never make me the GM. I just seem to always make it happen on a small payroll. I'm just saying. I know how to build a team. Virtually, anyway. 1-2 count. Kershaw looks back at second. Kicks and deals. Breaking ball. Oh, and it's off the catcher, but I don't know if McCutcheon went. He did not. Two and two. Runners on first and second, 1 out. Kershaw looks back, kicks and deals. Chopper, and that's going foul. Kershaw, by the way, at 33 pitches. 33 pitches. Once again, a 2-2 count to Henry Davis. Kershaw looks back at McCutcheon, who's at second. Kicks and deals. That is upstairs for ball 3. Again, very close, but indeed upstairs. Showing great plate discipline the Pirates are today. 3-2. Kershaw looks back. Kicks and deals. Chopper to third. Oh, there's 1 and 2. A double play. But hey, the Pirates come across 4 times here in the bottom of the first. We head to the top of the second where the Pirates lead 4-0 over the Dodgers. You don't have to be good at being a GM in Pittsburgh to collect a paycheck. That is true. That is true. Nutting, Bob Nutting. I'm just saying, here I am on YouTube. Contact me. Find me. Find me right now. I can do just as bad. I can do just as bad of a job for way less. So, once again, folks, appreciate you guys for stopping on by. Make sure, of course, to hit the like button. That like button is very clutch for channels like mine. There's a lot of Dodger streamers out tonight, so hopefully I'm able to get a decent crowd here. Again, appreciate you guys for even clicking on the live stream. Really helps out a lot. It really does. That helps out a lot. And, of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Again, it's mostly Pirates on the channel. And, of course, I'll be doing the Pirates-Dodgers Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday this week. But, again, I do bounce around. And, of course, the postseason will be arriving next month. Actually, at the end of September, for the wild card games, and the Pirates won't be there. So again, I'll be covering plenty of baseball. Trust in Bob, he's a doctor. There you go. There you go. So again, if you're a Dodgers fan here, I'll probably be covering some Dodgers games in the postseason. Of course, there's also football on the channel. In fact, there's a poll happening right now. So definitely vote on that. Currently, the Lions and Packers are leading in the poll. So definitely vote there. Again, subscribers can vote on it. I mean, I guess you can too, but definitely subscribe to the channel. As we are coming back to Pittsburgh, where again the Dodgers and the Pirates are playing the game of baseball. Pirates leading 4-0. Will Smith batting .293, OPS of .901, 17 homers and 60 RBIs on the season. I don't know if there's a delay or not. All right, here's the pitch. That is right down the middle for a called strike. The cameras were showing everything except for the fields. I didn't know what was happening. He is a doctor and he's always in a delay. That is, I guess, true. Always in a delay here. 0-1 count. Mlodzinski kicks and deals. That is in there for a called strike. 0-2. Do you have a lab coat? No, I do not. I don't have a lab coat. No, don't know where I'd get one. I don't really want one, to be honest. Here's the 0-2. That is in the dirt for ball 1. 1-2 count to Will Smith. Again, if you're just tuning in, the Pirates with 4 runs in the bottom of the first. Kind of shocking to all of us. Here is the 1-2. That's going to be hit to right, and that is a foul ball. Once again, 1-2 to Will Smith, the Fresh Prince of L.A. Mlodzinski kicks and deals. Chopper, and that's going foul. Get one? No. Not going to do that. Not happening. Not happening. 1-2 count. Mlodzinski sets. Kicks and deals. That's going to be hit to right and also going foul. Again, Smith with very solid numbers. Again, a very high batting average, especially for today's baseball. Mlodzinski sets and deals. That's going to be in the dirt, ball 2. Dodgers maybe a little bit more patient at the plate. Plenty of time left, of course, for the Dodgers. We know that this is not a cushion that will give the Pirates the win. Here is the 2-2. That's going to be hit to left. That's going to be a foul ball. And that bat, yes, I thought it sounded different. And that one definitely cracked there. I'll send you a lab coat. Okay, all right. We're going to go ahead and put you in a little timeout. Just unnecessary. Unnecessary there, buddy. 2-2 counts. And Bubba Chandler is actually talking to the pitch coach. He's up. He's not throwing yet, but he might be starting soon. So look at that. Bubba Chandler going to be coming on possibly. Here is the 2-2. That's going to be hit to right. And that is a foul ball. Smith is just fighting here. 2-2 count. Mlodzinski kicks and fires. That is outside for ball 3. And I believe he's just matched the total from the first inning. So, man. 3-2 count. Mlodzinski kicks and deals. That's going to be fouled off the catcher Davis. And again, just Smith is just staying alive. Dodgers avoiding the sweep against the Diamondbacks. Will Smith hitting a walk-off homer in that one as Mlodzinski sets on the 3-2. Here's the pitch. Smith hits this to center, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. Canario's there to throw it back in. As there's, again, a lot of cheers. Again, a lot of Dodgers fans at PNC Park tonight. All right, that'll bring up Teoscar Hernandez. He's batting .245, OPS of .732, 21 homers and 77 RBIs. Mlodzinski sets. Kicks and deals. That is in the dirt, ball one. Again, I say the Pirates, despite the 4-run lead, which is awesome, I've seen it where we've had a 9-0 lead, and yet we lost the game. It's happened this year. I saw it with my own eyes. Here's the 1-0. That is inside ball two. And again, like I said, they might be more patient. Again, they got plenty of time waiting for their pitch. And Mlodzinski, and that might be why they're already warming up Chandler in the bullpen. 2-0 count. Mlodzinski kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. That one was actually out of the zone. 2-1. A running fastball, two-seam fastball. I don't know. Either or. 2-1 counts. Mlodzinski kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. Off-speed pitch. Right down the middle. Two and two. Mlodzinski looks over at first. Sets. Rocks and fires. That's going to be poked back, and that is a foul ball. Once again, a 2-2 count. Mlodzinski only 11 pitches in the first inning. We're already at 18 here. Nobody out. Of course, it's only the second batter. Here's the pitch. Chopper and off his foot. That is a foul ball. Dodgers trying to repay the Pirates. Like, hey, you guys did that to us. We're going to do it to you. Once again, 2-2 counts. Nobody out here in the top of the second. One man on. He's at first. Pirates leading 4-0. I don't know how much longer I'll be able to say that. So I'll say it as much as I can before the Dodgers take the lead. 2-2 counts. Mlodzinski kicks and deals. That's going to be hit to center, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. Canario is there. He's going to throw it to short. That will bring up Michael Conforto. He's batting .190. OPS of .628, 10 homers, and 29 RBIs. Again, runners on first and second. Nobody out. Here's the pitch. That is right down the middle for a called strike. 0-1 to Conforto. Not having the year he was expecting, I'm sure. Neither the Dodgers or Dodgers fans. 0-1 count. Mlodzinski kicks and fires. That is low. Count is even 1-1. One counts Conforto. Mlodzinski fires. That is low for ball two. And again, very patient right now at the plate. And it's paying off. Mlodzinski already at 23 pitches this inning. It's only his third batter. Nobody out. Two men on. Here's the 2-1. That is outside for ball three. And you can kind of feel it's getting a little bit interesting here in Pittsburgh. Again, Chandler was at least walking around in the bullpen. They showed him. I don't know what's going to happen. Here's the 3-1. That is in the dirt, ball 4. And the Dodgers have bases loaded with nobody out. SJ, after I timed you out. Wow, that's very nice of you. Thank you. Go Pirates, beat the Dodgers. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. There we go. Thank you. Thank you very much. I hope so, but right now it's not looking too hot. Not looking too hot at all. As there is a mound visit again. Oscar Marine having a little chat with the infield. Andy Pages will be up to the plate, batting .275, OPS of .781, 23 homers and 77 RBIs. And Chandler, along with Sisk, are throwing in the bullpen, though they highlighted Sisk specifically, as here is the pitch. That is low for ball 1. Pages with an OPS north of 1,000 his last 7 games, so a little bit scary here for the Pirates. Here's the pitch. Chopper, foul. Should have started Bubba. I agree. Again, if you're just tuning in, the score is accurate. The Pirates, they do lead 4-0, but the Dodgers, they are threatening. Bases loaded, nobody out. Lozinski fires. Ground ball to short. Oh, this is huge. There's 1 and 2. A double play. You'll definitely take that. The Dodgers do score, but it comes at the price of 2 outs. Alex Freeland, what the heck? Coming to the plate, batting .208, OPS of .653, 2 homers and 6 RBIs. It's okay. Just, again, it is what it is. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Just gotta, behave is all. I will at this point. I'm getting a little older in my life. Okay, that makes no sense. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be in there for a called strike. I don't know, just trying to have a chill chat, Like if I'm toxic, then okay, why not, I feel like the chat should match the person on the camera. But right now I'm just calling a game. 0-2 count. Runner on third. 2 outs. Lozinski sets. Kicks and deals. That is upstairs for ball 1. 1-2. James, how's it going? What's up? Lozinski sets, kicks and deals. Tapper to Lozinski, and that is actually going foul. Camera really deceived me. Like, it fooled me bad. I'm not going to lie. That was like a Ben Roethlisberger pump fake. I had no idea. I was fooled. Again, Sisk is warming up in the bullpen, but they're not really focused on Chandler. I don't know. It's interesting. Yeah, and 1-2 count to Alex Freeland. Lozinski sets, rocks, and fires. That's going to be tapped foul. Good evening. Good evening, Elizabeth. I don't know if any of my mods are actually here. But yeah, appreciate it. Hi, how's it going? Thank you. Yeah, it was went with the balding look, I guess. I don't know. 1-2 count, Lozinski. Kicks and deals. Freeland hits this to left, and that is a foul ball. Again, Lozinski with 34 pitches in the inning. There's 1. There we go. Trisk, how's it going? Hello. Yay, goodbye. All right, well, I'll see you later. See you later, Trisk. Thank you for stopping by. Here's the pitch. That is outside for ball 2. 2-2 count. Lozinski rocks, sets, kicks, and deals. That's going to be once again fouled back this inning. The last, pretty much the bottom of the first and the top of the second. I mean, this game started 40 minutes ago. And we're only here at the top of the second. 2-2. Wodzinski sets, rocks, and fires. Chopped, foul. Wow. 37 pitches. Wodzinski sets. And delivers. Checked his swing. Did he go? He did not. And all that, and it's still ball 3 to Freeland. This inning, this half inning's just going to keep going. Wodzinski about to be at 50 pitches. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. After all that, they hold the Dodgers to 1. Oh, my goodness, as we head to the bottom of the second. The Pirates lead 4-1 here in Pittsburgh. Foul ball derby. That is no joke, Denny. That is as accurate. That is as accurate as any statement has been tonight. Once again, folks, appreciate you guys for stopping on by. Make sure, of course, to hit the like button. That like button is very helpful to small channels like mine. And, of course, subscribe to the channel if you're a fan of sports in general, baseball, football. Of course, I'm a Pirates fan, and I cover mostly Pirates, but I do bounce around, of course. But, again, even just by clicking on the live stream really helps out the channel a lot. So, again, thank you very much. And, of course, consider subscribing. It's free. You don't have to pay a dime. And, of course, I'll be doing MLB postseason as well. So, again, if you're a Dodgers fan tuned on in, well, thank you. Again, I know there's Dodgers streamers out there. So, hopefully, again, I'm able to do a good job for you as I try to offer like the most traditional radio-style broadcast I can. But, again, I'll try to keep – I kind of, whenever it's Pirates, and anyone else, it's like 51-49. So, again, I won't go too hard. I won't make fun, really, of the Dodgers or anything like that. But, again, I am somewhat of a homer. I mean, again, I'm a Pirates fan. But I try to keep it as 50-50, as close to 50-50 as possible. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Needed that? Yeah, we did. We needed that for sure. Cam Devaney's going to be at the plate. He's looking for his first major league hit as he's 0 for 3 in his young career. A grinder, 28-year-old rookie. Look at that. It's not looking like 49ers Seahawks will win. And no, I'm sorry. I won't be having anyone join me as that's going to be hit to left. That's going to be caught for out number 1. You got to be vetted. I got to trust you. I got to trust you, I got to talk to you. I got to okay, this guy's all right. Now to bring up Jared Triolo. He's 1 for 1 with a double, batting .224, OPS of .675, 5 homers and 18 RBIs. Kershaw kicks and deals. That's right down the middle for a called strike. Great channel, but can you turn the volume up? Okay, well, shoot. If you think I'm too low, I don't know if I can, really. That's going to be checked his swing. It went. I don't know if I can, to be honest with you. I have it almost maxed out. I will have to tinker with settings, though. I know I've been told some other things like that, similar to that. 0-2 count, Kershaw. Rocks and fires. That is outside for ball 1. You trust me? I'm sure you are. Bottom of the second inning. Toronto Blue Jays 8, Reds 1. Unbelievable. 1-2. Here is the pitch. That is low. That is low for ball 2. Again, appreciate it, Kevin. I'll look at my audio stuff after the stream, see what we can do about that. 2-2. Here is the pitch. That is low for ball 3. And Wodzinski was at 50 pitches whenever he ended. Kershaw, by the way, at 41, so kind of about the same. Here is the pitch. That's going to be fouled back. A lot of foul balls. Hopefully they have enough baseballs for this one. They're showing the double he had earlier. It would have been a home run in 20 of the 30 ballparks. Gave it a good ride. Here is the 3-2. That's going to be popped up. Looks like Freeman is under it and will make the catch for out number 2. Two away for the Pirates. That will bring up Nick Gonzalez. He's batting .279, OPS of .709, 5 homers and 22 RBIs. Here is the pitch. That is in there, but not called a strike. 1-0. Here's the pitch. Checked his swing. Did he go? He did not. He did not. 2-0. Here's the 2-0. That's going to be low for ball 3. Again, Gonzalez walked in his first appearance. I think I forgot to mention that. My bad. Kershaw, wind up, and the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. Again, a lot of Dodgers fans there. You know, it's just, and I understand it, but still, here is the 3-1. That is outside ball 4. So he walks twice to begin his day. That will bring up Brian Reynolds. He also walked in his first appearance. Batting .245 OPS, 718, 14 homers, and 68 RBIs. Here's the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. 86 on the radar gun. 0-1 to Reynolds. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball. Reynolds hits this to center. And Pages is there for round number 3. All right, nothing doing for the Pirates. So we head to the top of the third. Where your score? Pittsburgh 4, Los Angeles 1. All right, once again, I really appreciate you guys for even clicking on the live stream. Really helps out the channel a lot. Again, I know there's a lot of play-by-play for this game and, of course, the next 2 games for sure. So, again, thank you very much for sticking on by with me. Again, make sure to leave a like. Hit that like button. Really helps out the channel. Of course, subscribe to the channel if you're a fan of the play-by-play experience that I offer here. Again, it's mostly Pirates that I'll do, but I do bounce around from time to time. And, of course, there's a poll. You know, if you're a subscriber, I'll be doing polls on football games every single week. So, again, I do a lot of Steelers. I'll be doing every Steelers game. And, of course, the other game will be voted on by you. Again, just my proof here. Again, it's mostly Pirates. Been doing this since opening day. But I do bounce around. As you see, there'll be some games where there's not the magical black and yellow, black and gold. There'll be others. Again, a shout-out to all the donors, members. I'll be adding SGA there onto the Super Chatters. Again, thank you very much, though I did have to time them out, proving that I'm not bought and paid for. Even if you give me money and you act up, you're still out of here. So, thank you very much. But again, Delay Dynasty tier, of course, is the commercial break sponsor. Thank you very much, Coffee Beans, for sponsoring the scoreboard segment. Again, the Tigers lead the Mets 2-1 in the top of the 4th. The Red Sox lead the Indians 4-1 in the bottom of the 3rd. Nationals lead the Marlins 3-0 as they head to the top of the 4th. The Blue Jays lead the Reds 8-1 in the bottom of the 2nd. More games happening very, very soon. Due up for the Dodgers will be Rojas, Ohtani, and Betts. And he was not banned, by the way. He's just timed out. Just want to make that clear. Rojas batting .256, OPS of .704, 6 homers and 21 RBIs. We do have a new pitcher. There we go. I was wondering. Okay, it's going to be Bubba Chandler. Not really much to show you because he has yet to allow a run. Now, that because I said that probably will. 1-0 record. 8 innings pitched. Whip of a .50. As here is the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. 0-1 count to Rojas. Chandler kicks and deals. Checked his swing. That is inside for ball 1. One 1 count to Miguel Rojas. Chandler rocks and fires. That's going to be a chopper to third. Throws to first. Wow. What a throw by Devaney. That was just a normal throw, but just so quick out of his hand, and it's kind of a rocket. Definitely has a strong arm. Hopefully his bat is good. That's what really matters, as that will bring up Shohei Ohtani, who I believe will probably win the National League MVP. He's 0 for 1 on the night, as here is the pitch. That is inside for ball 1. Shohei's batting .276, OPS of .984, 45 home runs and 85 RBIs. 1-0. Chandler kicks and deals. That is low for ball 2. Two and 0 to Shohei Ohtani. Chandler. Davis shaking his head no for some reason. I don't know. Here is the 2-0. Swing and a miss. 99 right by him. Ohtani fixing his helmet. 2-1 to Ohtani. Chandler kicks and deals. That is outside for ball 3. And a lot of Dodgers fans in the stadium. So a lot of people, of course, on their phones, regardless of Pirates or Dodgers here, just videoing, as that's going to be hit to right. And this one is out of here. A line drive home run for Shohei Ohtani, his 46th home run of the year. And there you go. Again, I jinxed it. That is Chandler's first earned run allowed in his career. Hey, pretty good start, though. So, hey, the Dodgers only down by 2 now, as that will bring up Mookie Betts. He's 0 for 1, batting .249, OPS of .697, 14 homers, and 59 RBIs on the season. Just a line drive out of here. Here is the pitch. That is in there for a called strike, 100 on the gun. Apparently, that was Shohei's hardest hit ball all year. Wow. 0-1. That's going to be hit to center, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. Canario couldn't get there in time, as that's a one-out single for the Dodgers. And that will bring up Freddie Freeman. Freddie Freeman is 0 for 1. He's batting .299, OPS of .872. 18 homers and 76 RBIs, as they just show a compilation of Ohtani angles of him hitting this home run. That's going to be a swing and a miss, strike one. I'm watching it on the Pirates Pittsburgh Sportsnet, and yet, you know, they're showing it. They showed it a lot. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. That is in there for a called strike, right at the knees. 0-2 count. Oh and 2. Chandler looking back at first. He sets. Rocks and fires. Chopper to first. There's one. Throw to first. Not in time. So Freeman able to beat the second throw, or I guess third throw. It is what it is. No, second throw. I'm an idiot. That'll bring up Will Smith. He's batting .295, OPS of .904, 17 homers and 60 RBIs. He's 1 for 1 in this one. Runner on first, 2 outs. If you're just tuning in, you missed it. Ohtani with a solo home run to right to make this a 4-2 game. Chandler looks over at first, sets. kicks and deals. That's going to be fouled back again, 100 miles an hour. Chandler can sling it. Very optimistic about the Pirates' starting rotation next year, and of course the years beyond, depending on how all that happens with Skeens. Here's the 0-1. That's right down the middle for a called strike. 99 right down the middle. We might wake up one day as Pirates fans. If you're a Pirates fan, of course, tuned in. Mitch Keller would be our 5 guy, potentially. Probably not, but it'd be nice. Maybe 4. You have Skeens. Jared Jones if he comes back. Chandler, Ashcraft. Well, yeah, I guess Keller, 5. Here's the 0-2. That's going to be low for ball 1. Maybe Ashcraft would be the 5, but it's been very solid. Or maybe Keller can be the 2 to start the year, and then for the second half move him to the 5th spot, because he usually struggles. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit to center, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. That was shot out of a cannon. So runners on first and second for the Dodgers. That will bring up Teoscar Hernandez. Hernandez is 1 for 1 on the day. Batting .246, OPS of 735, 21 homers, and 77 RBIs. I fear this might be like this the whole day. The Dodgers just getting on base. The question will be if the Pirates can get out of it. Chandler kicks and deals. That is in there for a called strike. Almost an hour through this game. We're not even through the top of the third yet. 0-1. Chandler looks back at second. Kicks and deals. That is inside for ball 1. 1-1. Chandler sets. Looks back at second. Rocks and fires. That is in there for a called strike. Hernandez hates the call, but it was indeed on the outside corner. Breaking ball. Just getting a piece. Yeah, Hernandez did not. He did not like it. 1-2 count. What little bit of Pirates fans are there, they're cheering. Chandler sets, kicks, and fires. Pretty much the same spot, but not given the call. 2-2. Did catch the corner and all. 100. Man. 2-2. Chandler looks back at second, kicks and deals. That's going to be fouled back. Just getting a piece of it. Once again, runners on first and second. 2 outs here in the top of the third. Dodgers have already scored 1 this inning. Looking for another, but Chandler may shut the door on him and say 1 is enough. Chandler looks back at second. Rocks and fires. That's going to be popped up foul. Again, Chandler at 23 pitches. The Dodgers are making the Pirates work. And you might think, well, 23 pitches in the third inning. Well, he just started here in the third inning. Molzinski only with 2. 50 pitches through 2. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be hit to right center. That's going to get down for a base hit. Canario is there. Freeman is going to score. And that makes it a 4-3 game. And the Dodgers are just 1 run away from tying it up in Pittsburgh. And that will bring up Michael Conforto. He's batting .190, OPS of 630, 10 homers and 29 RBIs. Chandler sets, kicks, and deals. That is outside for ball 1. 1-0. Chandler delivers. That's a swing and a miss. Strike one. Chandler allowing his first 2 runs in the majors tonight. Chandler sets and delivers. Checked his swing. He did not go, as that is upstairs for ball 2. 2-1 count. Runners on the corners. 2 outs. Pirates clinging to a 4-3 lead here in the top of the third. Chandler checks on the runner and fires. That is in there for a called strike on the upper part of the zone. As Conforto asks for time. He did walk to begin his day at the plate. Just realized that might have shifted on you guys. Chandler sets and fires. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. But the Dodgers do some damage as they put across 2 in that inning. The Pirates clinging to a 4-3 lead in this one. Glad they took the over. What was the over at? Just out of curiosity. What was it? I could probably check here. Maybe I can't. What was it? What was it? What was it? It's not telling me. 12.5. Oh, that's the live odds. That's telling me the live odds. Yeah, I don't know what the over. What was it? Just out of curiosity. I got to do my homework. Okay, hey, appreciate it, Holden. Thank you again for stopping on by. And, of course, again, thank you all for stopping on by. Again, just clicking on the live stream really helps out this little channel a lot. Again, I know there's a lot of competition tonight, a lot of Dodgers streamers out there. So, again, appreciate you guys for stopping on by, especially if you're a Dodgers fan. That really does. That is awesome. That means I must be doing pretty decent. Again, make sure, of course, to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel for more play-by-play. This is what I've been doing since opening day. It's mostly for the Pirates, of course, but I do bounce around Major League Baseball. Again, I can show you the evidence if you like. Again, it is mostly Pirates, but you will see there are streams without the Pirates logo on it. So again, you know, it's a sports channel, so feel free to subscribe. But of course, again, my priority is the Pirates, but I'm enjoying them. You know, for the last month, of course, I will see the Dodgers, you know, Brewers, Reds, Phillies, Mets, all in the playoffs and all that stuff. So, again, thank you very much. And, of course, I will be doing football as well. Won't be ending with baseball. It was 8. Oh, yeah. Now, because you said something, it's going to end 4-3. It's going to end 4-3, and that is it. As Tommy Pham will be coming to the plate. Is batting .267, OPS of .737, 8 homers and 47 RBIs. As Kershaw kicks and deals, that is in there for a called strike. Pham is 1 for 1. I believe that was that blooper to right where Hernandez mistimed it and missed it, and then proceeded to jog to the ball, then as another run would score. Very thankful for that, because that is now the difference of the game. 0-1 to Pham. Kershaw rocks and fires. Chopper to third. Throws to first for out number 1. Nice play there by Freeland. It's time to bring up Andrew McCutchen. He's also 1 for 1, batting .248, OPS of .727. 12 homers and 51 RBIs. Butterfly, how's it going? Butterfly, not a Dodgers fan by any means at all. I, of course, do have a Dodgers friend in real life. He actually serves as my color guy in what I call actual high school games for all that. Here is the pitch. That is low for ball 1. Big Dodgers fan. His name is Todd, so he kind of does the Todgers. That's what he does there. Todgers, play on words. I want to know, here's the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. 1-1 to McCutchen. Again, 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Nobody on. Pirates leading 4-3. 17 likes. Again, let's get those likes up. Like it up. Here's the pitch. That is low for ball 2. Doesn't cost anything to like Doesn't cost anything to subscribe to the channel. It's free. 2-1. Kershaw delivers. That's going to be hit foul. As the ball girl will jog on over. 2-2. McCutcheon, just notice he dyed his hair blonde. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 2 outs for the Pirates. That'll bring up Alexander Canario. Canario is batting .212, OPS of .606, 5 homers and 17 RBIs. Had a sacrifice fly in his first appearance. Here is the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one. 86 on the gun. 0-1 count. Here is the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Way out in front of it. Pirates, of course, have a tough schedule. Obviously, the 3-game series with the Dodgers, but then after that, well, then they got to play the Brewers, which I, of course, will be doing just the Saturday game. Would love to do all of them, just cannot do it. As here is the 0-2. Breaking ball. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. He struck him out. 73 on the breaking ball. There is nothing doing for the Pirates. We head to the top of the 4th. The Pirates lead 4-3 in this one. Yeah, of course, Friday night I will be calling games for the high school team, the football team, so I cannot be on YouTube. And on Sunday I will be doing, of course, my first NFL play-by-play for the Steelers and Jets, and it's looking like it'll be Lions and Packers. You guys just, it's going to be a good game, I would assume, but you guys just, you hate me because, again, I'm going up against Grossi, so that's going to be tough. That'll be tough. That'll be very tough indeed. But, again, appreciate you guys for tuning on in. Make sure, of course, to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're a fan of the play-by-play experience that I offer. Again, I try to give as a more accurate, radio style, the best of my ability. It's more of an impersonation. So, appreciate you guys again for sticking on by with me. Again, I know there's a lot of streamers streaming this game tonight, especially for the Dodgers. Pirates, we really don't have anybody, so I don't blame them. But, yeah, appreciate it. Definitely subscribe to the channel. It definitely helps out a lot. And doing it for the Dodgers will be Pages, Freeland, and Rojas to begin the top of the 4th. So I think I jumped the gun on that because I don't think we're back yet. We're in another commercial. But again, I do baseball and football, and of course, again, I'll be doing the postseason as well. So definitely subscribe for more play-by-play. Again, it's not like you're going to subscribe and then I magically disappear. No, I'll be here. Been here since opening day. There we go. We're back in Pittsburgh. Again, the Pirates lead 4-3, but the Dodgers, they are slowly coming back. Practically all the way back. As here's the pitch. That is low for ball 1. Pages again batting .274, OPS of .779, 23 homers and 77 RBIs as he's 0 for 1 on the day. Here's the pitch. Pages hits this to left. Pham running at the wall. That one is gone. Pages with the leadoff home run here in the top of the 4th as the Dodgers have come back. As I said earlier, a 4-run lead is not anything. It's nothing. 4-4 here in Pittsburgh. That'll bring up Alex Freeland. He's batting .205, OPS of .644, 2 homers and 6 RBIs. They should DFA Canario and bring someone else up. Yeah, I'm not opposed to that. I just don't know who they would bring up, to be honest, as here is the pitch. That is low for ball 1. I don't know who they would bring up. That, because there's really no talent, to be honest. Here's the 1-0. That is in there for a called strike. I mean, there's G1 Bay. I mean, if you want him, Here's the 1-1. That is in there for a called strike. Freeland doesn't like the call at all. He's walking off, shaking his head. I like Bay because he's fast and he's has made some very good plays defensively, but his bat could use a lot of work. It really could. 1-2 counts to Freeland. Chandler rocks and fires. Swing and a miss. Hey, struck him out. 1 out here in the top of the 4th. That will bring up Miguel Rojas. Rojas batting .254, OPS of .701, 6 homers and 21 RBIs. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Chandler rocks and fires. Ground ball to third. Devaney throws to first for round number 2. Yeah, his arm it's pretty good. And that will bring up, most likely, the NL MVP, Shohei Ohtani. He's batting .277, OPS of .992, 46 homers and 86 RBIs. He's 1 for 2 today with a home run. Here's the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. Again, a solo home run in the 3rd inning as everyone has their phones out. I would too, to be honest. Here's the 0-1. That is low for ball 1. 1-1 count as Ohtani stepped in and then leaned back for some reason. 1-1. A lot of gnats, I guess. I don't know. Chandler kicks and deals. Tapper to short. Triolo throws to first. What a play! More than a tapper, to be honest with you. As Triolo, just a heck of a player defensively. As we head to the bottom of the 4th, it is all tied up, all square, 4-4 in Pittsburgh. Maybe Billy Cook. Bay's speed is interesting, but that's all he has. Yeah. He's a decent defender. Doesn't really have an arm. Billy Cook. Yeah, we'll see. I guess so. I don't know. Again, the Pirates just don't really have many hitting prospects. It's all pitching on our end. Once again, folks, appreciate you guys again for just clicking on the live stream. Really helps out a lot. It really does, more than you guys will ever know. Make sure, of course, to hit the like button. That like button also helps out a lot. And, of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Again, it won't cost you anything. I promise it is free as can be. I won't be sending you the bill, I promise. YouTube was like, you got to send them a bill. You got to do it. I'm like, no, it's free. It's free for all of you right now. Just subscribe to the channel for more play-by-play with Dr. Delay. A lot of baseball, a lot of football as well. Of course, I'll be doing playoff baseball. And, of course, I'll be covering every Pirates playoff game. But, that's probably going to be 0. So, again, I'll be covering other NL teams as well. Dodgers, most likely, going to go to the playoffs. So, again, if you're a Dodgers fan here, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I might be covering you guys in the playoffs. You never know. Probably. Very likely. I don't know how the NL schedule is going to look. I'm sure, it'll be in the evening and all that good stuff. So, I'm going to try to cover every single one. Just can't do it on Friday, sadly. But, pretty much every other day I can. Kylie, how's it going? Let's go Bucks. Yeah, it's been rough. Started off great, but it's kind of looking like the Dodgers have all the momentum as Nick York is going to be coming to the plate. Here's the pitch. York hits this to left. Pajes is under it and makes the catch. He came all the way over, taking the ball away from Conforto. Very quickly, 1 out for the Pirates. That'll bring up Henry Davis. Davis is 0 for 1, batting .168, OPS of .529, 6 homers, and 19 RBIs. Kershaw kicks and deals. That is upstairs for ball 1. Have a poll going. You guys can definitely vote. 71% of you guys have the Dodgers winning, and I don't blame you, as that's going to be right down the middle for a called strike. Pirates with 29%, obviously. 41 votes in. Again, thank you guys so much for voting. Here is the 1-1. Ground ball to short. Betts has it. Throws to first. Gets him by a step as Davis was hustling down the line. With 2 outs here for the Pirates in the bottom of the 4th. That'll bring up Cam Devaney. Looking for his first hit in his MLB career as Kershaw delivers. That is in there for a called strike. Devaney kind of shaking his head there. I don't know why. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball just below the zone. Strike 2. Devaney acquired in the Adam Frazier trade. As here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And Kershaw looks like he's good again. He had a rough again first inning, but has been flawless since then. As we head to the top of the 5th. Dodgers and Pirates tied at 4 apiece. And once again, folks, make sure to like it up and subscribe to the channel. Again, thank you for even just clicking on the live stream. Of course, every few innings or so, usually it's just kind of change it up day by day. But again, thank you to all the members and donors. Appreciate you guys. Again, I'll have to add someone else to the super chat list. Again, thank you very much, SGA, despite you getting timed out because you are being a knucklehead. I appreciate you. Again, proof that money cannot buy me. No amount of money can buy me. But again, Coffee Beans is the scoreboard sponsor. So again, we'll go over that right now. As the Red Sox lead the Indians 5-1 in the bottom of the 5th. The Mets lead the Tigers 6-2 in the top of the 5th. The Nationals lead the Marlins 5-2 in the top of the 5th. The Blue Jays, they lead the Reds 8-6 as they're just now about to start the top of the 4th. What a game that would be. Jeez, let's see. The Rays lead the Mariners 2-0 as they head to the top of the 2nd. Angels and Royals tied at 0 apiece in the bottom of the 1st. Braves and Cubs tied at 0 as well as they head to the top of the 2nd. Twins lead the White Sox 1-0 as they head to the top of the 2nd. And the A's and the Cardinals tied at 0 in that one. Do it for the Dodgers will be Betts, Freeman, and Smith. So, again, a pretty solid lineup the Dodgers have. They are definitely a very solid team that is, my Dodgers friend Todd says they're definitely underperforming, but, even so, still a team that could easily go all the way. As Betts is coming to the plate batting .251. That is in the dirt, ball 1. OPS of 700, 14 homers, 59 RBIs on the season. Chandler kicks and deals. That is in there for a called strike, 1-1 counts. Betts is 1 for 2. Can you add? Yes, I will after the game. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be hit past the diving shortstop Triolo for a base hit. So look at that. Again, the Dodgers they seem to have a really good read off Chandler. That'll bring up Freddie Freeman. He's 0 for 2, batting .299, OPS of 870, 18 homers and 76 RBIs. Here's the pitch. Freeman hits this to left, and that's going foul. Count is 0-1 to Freddie Freeman. Chandler sets. Rocks and fires. That is in there for a called strike, though maybe it wasn't necessarily in there at all. Definitely a favorable call. 0-2 count to Freeman. Runner on first. Nobody out here in the top of the 5th. 4-4 is your score in this one. Chandler delivers. Ground ball to second. There's 1 and 2. A double play. Freeman didn't look too thrilled with that. So that'll bring up Will Smith, the Fresh Prince of L.A. Batting .297, OPS of .907, 17 homers and 60 RBIs. Smith is 2 for 2 in this one, as Chandler kicks and deals. That is outside for ball 1. Like, thank you. Thank you, Michael, for the like. Like it up. The button looks like that. 1-0, here's the pitch. That is way inside, almost hit him for ball 2. Like number 1921. Wow, your like was 2 likes. That's awesome. That is awesome. Where did you get that power from? I need you every stream then. 2-0 count. Chandler rocks and fires. Smith hits this to center. Canario is there, though, to make the catch. Round number 3. It was an Adam ball right at him. All right, we head to the bottom of the 5th. It's 4-4 still here in Pittsburgh. Game now all of a sudden moving pretty fast. It was definitely wasn't dragging because again there's a lot of action, but man, it was like what, an hour through the top of the 3rd. So once again, folks, appreciate you guys. Again, make sure to like it up, hit that like button. That really helps the channel a lot. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you're a sports fan. If you're a sports fan tuned in and you enjoy the play-by-play style, definitely do it. Definitely subscribe to the channel. Again, this is what I've been doing since opening day. Pirates, a lot of Pirates, and of course, I do bounce around Major League Baseball. Again, if you need proof, feel free to keep your eyes on the screen. Look at all the games I've done. Of course, again, it's like 120-something so far this year for baseball. Again, that doesn't include all the football stuff and all the basketball that I've done as well, college basketball specifically, not NBA. But, yeah, again, you can even see the evolution of whenever I was taking thumbnails from off the internet. That was fun. But again, appreciate you guys again. Again, I do bounce around. It's not just a Pirates channel, though it is mostly Pirates. And, of course, I'll be doing plenty of postseason baseball. Power from JJ Land. There we go. JJ, yeah, I wonder how that one, I don't know if that one has started yet. I'm assuming it has. Or are they off today? Oh, they're off today. Okay, interesting. I guess they played yesterday. No. Well, I don't know. Anyway, it is what it is. Trill is going to be coming to the plate. Batting .223, OPS of .673, 5 homers and 18 RBIs. Triolo is 1 for 2 on the day. Pirates come on, that started out so good. Pirates, yeah, definitely was pretty exciting. And then reality has set in. So Dodgers are like, okay, all right, enough of that. We'll start playing now. As we're back here in Pittsburgh again, 4-4 is your score in the bottom of the 5th. Kershaw kicks and fires. Breaking ball, that is low for ball 1. JJ is doing the diamond zone now, and Philly's having an off day. Gotcha. I was wondering. An off day on a Tuesday is definitely different. 1-0, here's the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. Usually it's like Mondays and Thursdays, but, you know, they do mix it up, I guess. Couldn't tell you why. 1-1 counts. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 81-mile-per-hour changeup below the zone. And if you're just tuning in, 4-4. Pirates took an early lead, 4-0. But it's been all Dodgers since. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to short. Betts has it. Throws to first for out number 1. One away for the Pirates, and that will bring up Speedy Gonzalez. Nick Gonzalez is his actual name. Batting .279, OPS of .711, 5 homers and 22 RBIs. He has 2 walks in this one. Here's the pitch. Gonzalez pops it up. And that will be caught by Rojas for out number 2. Two very quickly away for the Pirates, and that will bring up Brian Reynolds. Again, Kershaw has been dealing. He's batting .245, OPS of 717, 14 homers, and 16 RBIs. Pitch count by inning 35, 15, 10. Last inning was 7. We're at 5 here, already with 2 outs. That's going to be hit to left, and that is a foul ball. And the ball girl could not make the grab as she didn't want to get up. Trying to make the grab while she was sitting down. Probably not the strategy. As they're showing a dog on the screen now. A bulldog. 0-1 count. Here is the pitch. That is in the dirt wildly. As Smith trying to fillet that one. 1-1 count. They show the Dodgers broadcasters now. Here's the 1-1. That is in the dirt, ball 2. Reynolds checking his swing there. Two and 1. Kershaw delivers. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Again, Kershaw just moving so quickly through this lineup now. I guess that first inning was it. Though Denny did say they score usually 2 innings per game, so maybe the Pirates have one more in them, as here is the 2-2. Ground ball, and that's hit foul. Reynolds stepping back in. 2-2 count. Kershaw rocks and fires. That is low for ball 3. Dodgers fans groaning, but that one was indeed below the zone. Again, lots of Dodgers fans in Pittsburgh today, as here is the 3-2. That is outside for ball 4. Kershaw thought he had strike 3, but no, that one was definitely outside, as that'll bring up Tommy Pham. Again, considered the Antonio Brown of baseball. He's 1 for 2, batting .266, OPS of 735, 8 homers and 47 RBIs. Kershaw sets, looks over at Reynolds, and delivers. Breaking ball, that is high for ball 1. Saving all that for the walk-off. Oh, that'd be nice. That would be great. Kershaw extends, sets, kicks and deals. That is inside for ball 2. Two and 0 to Tommy Pham. Kershaw sets, kicks and deals. Pham hits this to right, but that is a foul ball. Kershaw at 82 pitches, so definitely, I would say, can come out for the 6th for sure. 2-1. Kershaw rocks and fires. Ground ball. Oh! And he caught it. Hit it right back to the pitcher, and Kershaw in self-defense mode, just putting the glove, snagging it. Unbelievable. I thought he got plunked, but no. It was an amazing catch by Kershaw as he was stumbling off the mound. Him and Pham sharing a nice chat. It is indeed a friendly chat, as Pham couldn't believe it. Unbelievable. That was a great play by Kershaw as we head to the top of the 6th. Again, the Dodgers and the Pirates tied up at 4 apiece. You're done with your 4th grade homework. Okay, well, now I know what grade you're in. I guess. Okay. That's cool. Holden, well, welcome back. Again, it's 4-4 here in Pittsburgh. Again, the Pirates, they led 4-0 at the end of one, and the Dodgers scoring 1 in the second, 2 in the third, 1 in the fourth. This past inning was the first inning where no team has scored in this one, in an inning. So maybe we're going to see something kind of level off here. And it's 4-4. Appreciate again all of you guys for tuning on in. Make sure, of course, to hit the like button. That like button is definitely awesome. It definitely helps out the channel a lot. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you're a sports fan. If you're a sports fan, tune in and haven't yet done so, definitely subscribe. It is free, I promise. And again, all you're going to get is more play-by-play, so it's not the worst thing in the world. If you're a sports fanatic like I am, it's just more options to listen to the game. That's all it is. Again, I do a lot of Pirates, but I do bounce around from time to time, and of course we'll be doing the postseason. So again, the Pirates won't be there, and I'm sure the Dodgers will. So if you're a Dodgers fan, again, feel free to subscribe. And again, I do football as well. It's not just a baseball channel. As apparently, we're still on commercial break here, so I have a feeling we're going to return in the middle of a pitch. Here's the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. We did. Look at me go. I know it too well. Teoscar Hernandez batting .248 to OPS of 738, 21 homers and 78 RBIs. Here's the pitch. Chopper, and that is foul. Let's go Bucks, says Kylie. Oh, and 2 count to Hernandez, who again is 2 for 2 on the day. Chandler. Wind up and the pitch. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Hernandez can't believe it. But you better believe it, as that one was definitely in there. That'll bring up Michael Conforto, who is 0 for 1 with the walk. He's batting .190, OPS of 628, 10 homers and 29 RBIs. And that's going to be upstairs for ball 1. Count is 1-0. Chandler kicks and deals. That is in there for a called strike. Dr. Lay streaming tomorrow. I am doing the same game, Pirates and the Dodgers. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. Showing the replay again. Fams just couldn't believe it. Hit it right back. 109 miles an hour right to Kershaw. And Kershaw made the catch. That's amazing. Here's the pitch. That is outside for ball 2. Once again, 2-2 counts. Conforto 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Nobody on. Pirates and Dodgers tied at 4 apiece. Here's the pitch. That's hit to left, and that is a foul ball. Nice contact there, but was way late. Two and 2 counts. Chandler rocks and fires as Conforto hits this to center, though Canario is there to make the catch for round number 2. That will bring up Andy Pages, who is 1 for 2 on the night. He's batting .276, OPS of 787, 24 homers and 78 RBIs, as they're showing Sisk up in the bullpen for the Pirates. Evan Sisk. I thought it was Ethan. That's why I didn't say it. Here's the pitch. That is upstairs for ball 1. And the Dodgers warming up somebody in the bullpen. Edgardo Henriquez in the Dodgers bullpen. Here's the pitch. That is inside for ball 2. Two-0 count. to Andy Pages. Chandler delivers. That is in there for a called strike. Pages can't believe it, but that did indeed catch the zone. The very bottom half of it just got a piece. Very small piece. Two and one count as Pages did ask for time. As Chandler kicks and deals. That's going to be chopped off off Davis. Just wondering what happened there. 2-2. Once again, a 2-2 count. To Pages. Again, nobody on, 2 outs. Dodgers and Pirates tied at 4 apiece. Chandler delivers. Ground ball to third. Oh, Devaney can't field it. Throws to first. And that was definitely not in time. I don't know if that's an error or not. Looks like it is going to be an error. Yeah, that was definitely doable. So that will bring up Alex Freeland. He's batting .203, OPS of .637, 2 homers and 6 RBIs. Runner on first, 2 outs. As Chandler looks over at first, sets, kicks and deals. That is upstairs for ball 197 on the fastball. 1-0. Chandler looks over and a pickoff attempt, but Pages is back, saves down again. A lot of boos here in Pittsburgh despite the pickoff attempt. Again, a lot of Dodgers fans in the stands tonight. 1-0 count. That's going to be outside ball 2. Lots of let's go Dodgers chants again in Pittsburgh. So, again, it's a lot of blue out there. And usually that happens when the Pirates play a much bigger fan base city. Here's the 2-0 ground ball to second. Gonzalez throws to first for out number 3. All right. Well, hey, keeping it 4-4 as we head to the bottom of the 6th. It's all tied up here in Pittsburgh. Once again, folks, appreciate you guys again for stopping on by. Again, just you clicking on the live stream really does help out this little channel a lot. Of course, make sure to leave a like, hit that like button, and, of course, subscribe to the channel if you are a sports fan. If you're a sports fan tuned in, then this is a great channel to be subscribed to. Again, this is all I do. A lot of play-by-play with Dr. Delay. That is I. A lot of baseball, and, of course, football is coming up very soon. Steelers, Jets, of course. And, again, it's not just a Steelers channel. I know that might be kind of scary for some of you guys. But, again, I'm having a poll right now as right after the Steelers game and the Steelers-Jets game, I'll be calling whoever wins this poll, which right now it's looking like it'll be Lions and Packers. So I might as well already get started on that thumbnail. So, again, you guys will be voting every single Sunday or every single Monday, I guess, through Saturday on what I'm calling for football. And, of course, again, baseball I call pretty much every day except Fridays now. I cannot call any games on Friday until my high school football team here has concluded, as I am the voice of that for the local high school here. I call games every Friday night. Due up for the Pirates will be McCutchen, Canario, and York. New pitcher for the Dodgers is going to be Edgardo Henriquez, who has yet to allow a run this year. He has been perfect so far. No wins, no losses, again, but a 0.00 ERA, and that is just amazing. A whip of a 1.00. Maybe the announcer's curse can work. I'm not too sure. Hopefully it does for my sake. McCutchen batting .247, OPS of .725, 12 homers and 51 RBIs. As Henriquez sets and fires. That is outside ball one. Only 12 games, but again, he's been perfect. Henriquez from the stretch. Ground ball, and that's hit foul. Kelly having a little hug with Chandler. Saying, hey, it's all good. You did well. You finished strong. That's all that matters. As I guess someone asked for time because they're not showing the game, so bear with me, folks. 1-1 counts. So we're showing it again. Henriquez nodding his head. Sets on the 1-1. Kicks and deals. Check this swing. That is outside for ball two. Two and one. Henriquez rocks and fires. That is upstairs for ball three. 101 on the fastball. Easy to see why he has yet to allow a run this year. 3-1 to McCutchen. Can he be clutching? Henriquez kicks and deals. That is upstairs for ball four. That is what the Pirates needed, as that will bring up Alexander Canario, who's 0 for 1 and a sacrifice fly tonight. He's batting .211, OPS of .602, 5 homers and 17 RBIs. I'll go ahead and end the poll. Appreciate whoever, all of you for voting. 54 votes, and 70% of you guys think the Dodgers will beat the Pirates tonight. And, well, again, the Dodgers have scored the last 4 runs in this one, so it's trending that way. As again, I don't know what is going on. Oh, wait, Canario is not going to be at the plate. I'm seeing why. Canario is going to make way for O'Neal Cruz. Cruz is batting .204, OPS of .699, 19 homers and 53 RBIs. And actually, now there's a mound visit to talk about this. So the meeting of the minds has concluded. Again, O'Neal Cruz is pinch hitting. Again, a runner on first, nobody out for the Pirates. Henriquez sets. Kicks and deals. That is low for ball one. 1-0 count. Again, Henriquez has yet to allow a run this year. Henriquez sets. Kicks and deals. That is in the dirt. Handled very well by Smith. Oh, what a snag. As that would have given McCutchen an easy free base. But nothing doing there. 2-0 counts as Henriquez is kind of taking his time. Henriquez sets. Rocks and fires. Swing and a miss. 100 right down the middle. Come and get it if you can. So the count is 2-1 to Cruz. Again, nobody out with a runner on first. Nobody out. Henriquez sets. Rocks and fires. That is in there for a call. Strike 101 on the inside corner. I just don't know how you even hit that. 2-2. Henriquez sets. Kicks and deals. That is inside, ball 3. Very close indeed. Three and 2 counts to O'Neal Cruz. Henriquez sets. Rocks and fires. Cruz hits this to left. Conforto making a run, and that's going to go out of play, as that is a souvenir. And he will toss it to a young fan. Again, I'm just saying, if I get the baseball, I'm keeping it. I never got that treatment as a kid. So I'm going to definitely collect one for me. Then I'll collect one for the wife. Then I'll collect one for, kids, future kids. I'm just saying. 3 and 2 count. Here's the pitch. That is inside, ball 4. Cruz walks, back-to-back walks. As that will bring up Spencer Horwitz, who's also pinch hitting this time. Nick York will make way for Spencer Horwitz. Batting .259 on the year, OPS of .721, 7 homers and 39 RBIs. Runners on first and second, nobody out. And again, Henriquez, the pitcher now for the Dodgers, has yet to allow a run this season. And there's a mound visit, the catcher, along with Rojas, chatting it up with Henriquez. So the meeting of the minds has concluded. Again, runners on first and second with nobody out. The Pirates, again, they led 4-0, but then the Dodgers slowly coming back to tie it up. Dodgers couldn't push anyone across in the 5th or the 6th inning. But the Pirates might have something going here, trying to reclaim the lead that they had lost earlier in this one. As Henriquez looks over at first and second, sets, rocks and fires. Horwitz hits this to left, and that is a foul ball. Again, 101, this time at the knees. Oh, and 1 counts. Henriquez sets. Looks back at second. Rocks and fires. That is inside for ball 1. 94 on the breaking ball. That's crazy to say. .94-mile-per-hour breaking ball. Isn't that something? 1-1 counts. Henriquez kicks and deals. That's going to be popped up, and that is going foul. 100 on the inside corner. Again, I just don't know how that's hittable. You just got to be, just sitting on it. I mean, that's the only way. 1-2. Henriquez sets. Looks back at second. Looks back again. Rocks and fires. Horwitz hits this to left, and again, that's a foul ball. All these are just, most of them are fastballs. The 194 breaking ball, but, Horwitz just trying to fight it off, trying to stay alive. Again, first and second, nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. 2 walks in this inning, as Henriquez sets, kicks, and deals. That is a low for ball 2. Count is even, 2-2. Keto Case LED is in the house. Well, thank you for stopping on by. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to first. Freeman throws to second. There's one. And Betts can't make the throw to first. Couldn't get the ball out of his glove. It looked like he had trouble with it. Could have been an easy double play, but just for some reason couldn't successfully turn it. Of course, again, I know I'm a Pirates guy, but again, Dodgers fans, all fans are pretty much welcome here. You won't really hear much smack talk from this guy. I'm aware the Pirates are bad. As that'll bring up Henry Davis. Batting 167, OPS of 527, 6 homers and 19 RBIs. But just know, if you start it, I'll finish it. Just saying. Just saying. As Henriquez sets. Rocks and fires. Swing and a miss. 87 on the off-speed pitch. Again, Henriquez has yet to allow a run this year. And a potential run is 90 feet away. 0-1 count to Davis. Henriquez sets. Kicks and deals. That's going to be chopped foul. 92. So has yet to throw the fastball, which has touched 101. Oh and 2. Henriquez looks over at first. And Smith is telling him to step off. Okay. Pirates have Isaac Matson warming up in the bullpen. 0-2 count. Henriquez sets. Kicks and deals. Davis hits this, and that's going to get through for a base hit. Look at that. McCutcheon just now jogging across home plate, taking his time. 102 on the radar gun. Davis sending it to right as the Pirates have reclaimed the lead in this one. 5-4 with runners on first and second with one out. Good game so far it has been. I respect the Pirates more than the Padres. Hopefully the bullpen doesn't blow it today, Tanner Scott. Well, hey, it might be Henriquez. That's his first run allowed this year. Russell Moreau, the catcher that threw me the warm-up ball versus Cardinals, he hit the home run. Oh, wow, that's cool, Russell. That is cool. Cam Devaney's coming to the plate, and I guess Dave Roberts has said, you're good. You're done. We don't need to see you anymore. So with pitching change happening, so Henriquez allowing his first run of the season. We'll see if he's responsible for the runners on first and second. And, of course, if you've been here the whole game, you'll know I kind of did some announcer cursing there because earlier when Bubba Chandler came in, I had said, well, he has yet to allow a run this season. And what happened? He allowed 3 runs in 4 innings. Again, most of them, all of them in that 3rd and 4th inning right there was pretty good. The 5th and the 6th inning. And, of course, the Dodgers pitcher here, Henriquez, had yet to allow a run this year. So I kind of emphasized it plenty in that inning, trying to, again, maybe the announcer's curse would work. And it did. I know, like I said, I will pretty much call it 50-50, but for Pirates games, it's 51-49. So I'm sorry, Dodgers fans. I got to do what I got to do. Of course, I do appreciate you guys again for clicking on this live stream. Again, I know there's a lot of Dodgers streamers out there. So again, I appreciate you guys for letting me call this one for you. Again, hopefully I do a good enough job for you to hit the like button and, of course, subscribe to the channel for more play-by-play with Dr. Delay. Again, a lot of baseball, a lot of football, and, of course, I'll be doing the postseason as well, and I know the Pirates won't be there. So, again, I'll be covering a lot of other teams, not just the Pirates. And that is not Isaac Matson. That is not who I want to... Oh, no, because we're on the wrong guy. This will be the new pitcher for the Dodgers, Blake Treinen. Treinen is 1-2 with a 3.12 ERA this year. A whip of a 1.62. That is very high for a 3 ERA, but hey, I don't think he's going to complain. I don't think the Dodgers fans will complain. At Busch Stadium, sat by the Pirates bullpen. Nice, very nice. You're also a Yankees fan, so you are very misunderstood. That is a first. I have yet to meet a Dodgers and a Yankees fan. Okay, well, hey, nice to meet you. That's a first for me as well. As Treinen will deliver, and that's going to be in there for a called strike. Cam Devaney at the plate. He's 0 for 2, looking for his first hit in his major league career. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Check this swing. Did he go? He did. 0-2. I'd like to see the replay of that one. So usually when I want to, they say, nah, you're good. You don't need to see it. 0-2 count. As Devaney, I guess, stepped out. I don't know. All right, he steps back in. 0-2. Kicks and deals. Checked his swing. Did he go? He did not that time. 1-2. Baseball is superstition. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I was just kind of trying to throw it out there. Like, hey, he hasn't allowed a run yet. I'm just saying, now would be a good time to do it. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Checked his swing again, and he went. Devaney can't believe it. Again, I have yet to see an angle of that. I'd like to. All right, here's the angle. And, yeah, he did. He did. That's going to bring up Jared Triolo. He's 1 for 3. 1 for 3. Batting .222 OPS of .670 as here is the pitch. That is low for ball one. 5 homers and 18 RBIs for Triolo. Again, runners on first and second here in the bottom of the 6th. 2 outs. Pirates leading 5-4 over the Dodgers, reclaiming the lead. Here's the 1-0, and that is in there for a called strike. Count is 1-1 to Triolo. Here's the 1-1. Triolo hits this to right, and that is a foul ball. 1-2, 2 outs. Pirates looking really, they looked good with Henriquez. Trinan maybe shutting that down, saying that is all you're going to get. Trinan kicks and deals. Oh, Triolo hits this to left center, and that's going to drop. Oh, a bad angle by Conforto. Paez has to get it. Davis is rounding third, heading for home. 1 run is scored. Throw to the plate, and Davis is safe. Oh, my goodness. The Pirates have taken a 7-4 lead in this one. Conforto with a really bad angle helping out the Pirates. Conforto, I don't know what he was doing, but hey, I don't think I'm going to complain. Conforto just coming in and then realize, wait, that ball's going to keep going. That's a my bad, as that will bring up Nick Gonzalez, batting .278, OPS of .709. Here is the pitch, and that is hit to right, and that is a foul ball. Gonzalez is 0 for 1 with 2 walks on the night, 5 homers and 22 RBIs. Second inning with a run. Hope they scored 10. Yeah. Go Bucks. Go Bucks indeed. Trinan sets, kicks, and deals. That's going to be a tapper, and that's going foul. I don't know. Again, a run would have scored for sure, but Conforto, I don't know what he was doing. So, thank you. Thank you, Michael Conforto. Shout out to him. 0-2 counts as Trinan sets, rocks, and fires. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, but the Pirates score 3 runs. They tack on a field goal as they lead 7-4 over the Dodgers as we head to the top of the 7th. Once again, folks, appreciate you guys again for hanging out with me tonight. Again, appreciate you guys for letting me call this one. Appreciate you guys for just clicking on the live stream. That really helps out a lot. It really helps out the little channel. Make sure, of course, to hit the like button. That like button really helps out again. And, of course, subscribe to the channel if you are a sports fan. If you're a sports fan tuned in and you're not subscribed, definitely do it. Definitely do it. Again, this is what I've been doing since opening day. Actually predates that a little bit with college basketball and, of course, the March Madness tournament. But, yeah, definitely do it. Definitely subscribe to the channel. That's all you're going to get. You're going to get more baseball and more football. And, of course, I guess college basketball. If that's going to be your deal breaker, you need another sport. There you go. After football season, I'll be doing that. So definitely subscribe to the channel. Do it now. It's free. You won't pay a dime. Pirates, a scrappy team playing spoiler. The Pirates have been playing really well lately. It's a shame they couldn't do this in April and May. Who's going to win it? I couldn't tell you. International. If you're looking for a sports bet here, I never. My thing is you never put money on the Pirates. Never do it. Never do it. Bad idea. You will probably not. You won't like the result at all. I really appreciate that you don't have a ton of ads popping up when I rewatch old streams. Well, I don't have any ads in general, Jonathan. Though I will say, once I do hit 1,000, I will. The ads will be there. So I'm very sorry for that in the future. Of course, thank you again, all the members and donors. I appreciate you guys. Again, that is awesome. It's really cool that people have done that. Of course, Coffee Beans is our scoreboard sponsor, so I must head over and do the scoreboard because Coffee Beans kind of paid for it. Real quickly, Nationals over the Marlins 5-2. Indians and Red Sox 7-7. Mets over the Tigers 11-2 in the 7th. Blue Jays leading the Reds 10-8. A's leading the Cardinals 1-0. Mariners leading the Rays 3-2. Royals leading the Angels 1-0. Twins leading the White Sox 2-1. Cubs leading the Braves 4-0. Yankees leading the Astros 2-0. Okay, I know that's it. All right, here we go. Here's Rojas. Here's the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. Hold your applause. New pitcher for the Pirates is Isaac Matson. He's 3-2 with a 1.95 ERA, whip of a 1.00. Matson sets and deals. That's going to be hit. Oh, and it's past the diving Devaney. I can't remember. Cam Devaney. That's right. Getting used to him. So Rojas gets his first hit of the day, and that will bring up very likely the National League MVP, Shohei Ohtani. It's 1 for 3 on the day with the home run, batting .276, OPS of .991, 46 homers and 86 RBIs. Matson sets, checks on the runner, kicks and deals, and that is fouled back. Dr. Lay, BW fan here. Our game starts at 9:40. Awesome. Hey, that's great. Of course, I clicked the like button. Thank you, Carl. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'll be looking at people to redirect. I did redirect to him last stream, but again, if he's the only one, I'll definitely do it, as that's going to be outside ball one. I try to bounce around when the redirects. I definitely do that. Is there an NBA team you follow? Not really strictly or anything, but the Sixers. But I just check out the standings. That's really all I do. 1-1 count. Matson kicks and deals. That is right down the middle for a called strike. 94 on the fastball. You follow the Celtics. Fair enough. 1-2 count to Ohtani. Runner on first, nobody outs. The Pirates have reclaimed the lead, but again, the Dodgers, you can never count them out. Matson sets. He's still set. Rocks and fires. Ohtani hits this to left center, and Pham can't get there in time. Throws it in. And Ohtani is in at second. Oh, that ended up being a double. Unbelievable. As Ohtani does the Freeman dance. And now there are runners on second and third with nobody out. Bucks doing well lately. Well, they might not be doing well right now, as that will bring up Mookie Betts. It's batting .250, OPS of .702, 14 homers and 59 RBIs. Betts is 2 for 3 tonight. Here's the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. This game is already at the 2-hour mark. This one could be 3 hours. It really could. Matson sets, rocks and fires. That is in there for a called strike. 0-2. 0-2 count. Matson sets in, delivers. Chopper to short. Triolo throws to first for out number 1, but the Dodgers will take that as they're able to push across a run. It's now 7-5. And that will bring up Freddie Freeman. Freddie Freeman is batting .298, OPS of .868, 18 homers and 76 RBIs. I believe he's 1 for 4. No, he's 0 for 3. Maybe I just predicted the future. Hopefully I did not do that. Hopefully I did not just do that. It's 0 for 3 in this one. I would not be happy if I did that. Here's the pitch. That is upstairs for ball 1. Pirates played very good against Boston. They did. They very much did. Pirates have been playing very well lately, but it's a little too late for them as 1-0 is the count. Here's the pitch. Freeman hits this foul. I hope I did not predict the future. Again, Freeman 0-3. I said he was 1 for 4. Why did I do that? I don't know. 1-1. Matson sets. Kicks and deals. Freeman hits this foul. Count is 1-2. Again, 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Runner on third. As that is Ohtani at third. Matson sets. Rocks and fires. That's going to be fouled back. Again, Freeman just staying alive. Pirates have to be consistent. Well, that's just unfortunate because that's never going to happen. That will never happen. That's why you pay the money, is before consistency, really. 1-2. Matson kicks and deals. Ground ball. Matson has it. Oh, and Ohtani's done. Oh, no. Throwing it. Ohtani's caught in a rundown, and Devaney tags Ohtani for out number 2. I thought Matson had thrown it away, but it was actually a nice snag by Devaney, getting Ohtani in the rundown. As Freeman does reach, of course, on the fielder's choice. He's actually at second, taking advantage of all the commotion. But I'm sure the Dodgers would like to have this one back, or at least Ohtani would. That will bring up Will Smith, who is 2 for 3 on the night. He's batting .296, OPS of .905, 17 homers and 60 RBIs. Matson almost airmailed this to the crowd. And Devaney with a nice play. Matson sets, kicks and deals. That is in there for a called strike. Jeez. Thank goodness Matson didn't sail it to the crowd. Devaney again with a nice play. 0-1. Matson rocks and fires. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Oh, and 2 count, 2 outs, runner on second here in the top of the 7th. The Pirates lead by 2. 2s are wild. Deuces wild, some may say. Matson looks back at second. Rocks and fires. Just outside for ball 1. Heads up play from Devaney. It really was. It was great. A 1-2. So Will Smith has had a very nice night. The Fresh Prince of L.A. 2 for 3 on the night. Matson sets. Looks back at second. Looks back again. Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. No! Davis couldn't hang on to the foul tip. Oh, my goodness. Even the Pirates graphic guy says middle of the 7th. It went through the glove. That's why. Matson celebrated like, oh, man, maybe again prematurely. That's another thing where the Pirates, oh, man. Here's the pitch. Check this swing. Did he go? Davis is saying foul tip. The umpire's saying no. And Kelly is coming out. He's like, what in the world? It's a foul ball. That should be a foul tip. Kelly is irate. Davis is so sure that that's a foul tip. Kelly's like, hey, can I check it? Can I go ahead and check it over here? That's what he's doing. Davis is like, hey, here's where he touched it. The umpire's saying, no, stop it. Stop it. Now he's having a little chat with Kelly. He's like, I want the ball. And Kelly's now pointing at the ball. This is getting a little scary. Now Kelly's pointing, and now he's getting really in his face. He's pointing at the ball. He's pointing at him. He is pointing at him over and over. He's showing the ball. The umpire is mad. Kelly, again, extremely mad. Man, they're not going to be able to replay it. And Kelly apparently just threw the baseball into the dugout. We're going to check the replay here. Oh, he clearly did it. Unbelievable. They showed the replay. It should be out number 3. But the umpire giving the Dodgers possibly another chance. Unbelievable. Apparently he's not allowed to challenge. Matson sets. Looks back at second. Kicks and deals. Ground ball. That's going to get through for a base hit. Freeman rounding third, heading for home. And we have some controversy here in Pittsburgh as the Dodgers are now just one run down. The umpire now yelling at Kelly because Kelly is irate. Kelly is just extremely upset, and who could blame him? A bad call by the umpire has just gifted the Dodgers another run. Again, you can check it out later if you're a Dodgers fan tuned in thinking I'm just weeping and coping. You can check out the game for yourself later whenever they do the highlights, because that is just a terrible call. And now the Dodgers, again, a team that are clearly much better than the Pirates. Been playing better than the Pirates all night, really. And that could be costly as Teoscar Hernandez is coming to the plate, batting .248, OPS of .736, 21 homers and 78 RBIs. Again, that they showed the replay, and he clearly foul tip, strike 3. Bush League challenge call. This is, Blues missing a good game. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. What is the point of replay of things that we can't look at? I don't know. They wouldn't allow it. League wants the Dodgers to win, possibly. I don't know. Dodgers just keep up the good work. I try. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. 0-2. Again, if you're just joining on in, we have some controversy here in Pittsburgh as the Dodgers pretty much just gifted another run. It should be 7-5 at 7-6, 0-2 count to Hernandez. Ground ball to short. Triolo has it, throws to first for out number 3 as the Pirates fans are booing and not at the players. We head to the bottom of the 7th, and this is a great game, 7-6 here in Pittsburgh. Once again, folks, hey, thanks for hanging out. This is fun. And, of course, definitely leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more play-by-play with Dr. Lay. Obviously, that was crazy to narrate for you guys. That was just an amazing sequence. And, whether it happens or not, just at the end of the day, for the Pirates fans, let's accept that obviously we're not going to the playoffs. But, hey, I mean, if we were battling for playoff position, that would be a huge call. But, again, appreciate you guys. Again, make sure, of course, to like and subscribe to the channel for more play-by-play. Again, this is what I do every day. Practically every day, like 95% of the days of the year, or at least since baseball season. So definitely subscribe to the channel for more baseball and football. Again, this is what I do. Of course, we'll be doing the playoffs as well. So if there's any Dodgers fans here, again, Pirates probably not going to the playoffs. You can leave out the probably. So I will definitely be in the playoffs. Hopefully, you guys will come watch as I call possibly Dodgers games and, whatever else. I'll be calling as many playoff games as possible. New pitcher for the Dodgers is going to be Michael Kopech. Michael Kopech has yet to allow a run this year. I don't know if my magic will work twice again. Whip of a 1.00. Only has appeared in 8 games. So not much experience, but again, or this year at least. So we'll see. Reynolds will be coming to the plate, though. He's 0 for 1 with 2 walks. This is an outrage. Will the fans throw trash on the field? I don't think we're Cleveland. Really need to stay calm. Top of 7th, up by 1. Need to focus. Karma, yeah, well, maybe. We'll see. Reynolds is coming to the plate. Again, controversy in Pittsburgh. This will probably be talked about on MLB Network. Especially if the Pirates lose this game. Reynolds at the plate batting .245, OPS of .718, 14 homers, and 68 RBIs. Here's the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. Crisscross applesauce. Crisscross applesauce. 0-1 count. Kopech sets. Rocks and fires. That is in there, but it's not called a strike. Maybe a makeup call. I don't know. It's pretty hard to make up for a run. 1-1 count to Brian Reynolds. B-Ray. Here's the pitch. That is low for ball 2. Again, if you're just joining in, a lot of stuff just happened about 10 minutes ago. You should check it out. Pirates leading 7-6 here in the bottom of the 7th. Here is the pitch. Reynolds hits this to left, and that is a foul ball. We're not going to lose this game. I don't know. I've seen stuff like this deflate the Pirates more times than not. Some of you guys might be too young to remember this, as here is the 2-2. Of course, most of you guys are older than me, so you probably would remember this. 2-2 count. Kopech sets, kicks, and deals. That's going to be fouled back. But I remember the Pirates and the Braves. Of course, we probably remember a lot of stuff with the Pirates and Braves. But the Pirates had just completed like an 18 or 19 inning game. It was a terrible call. McHenry had tagged him out. The umpires marked him safe, and the Pirates went on to lose 13 in a row. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, but the Pirates, they were above 500 at the time. This was in 2011, I believe. So being above 500 in like June or July was like a big deal. And, of course, again, the Pirates went on a huge losing streak, never recovered. As that'll bring up Tommy Pham, a.k.a. the Antonio Brown of baseball. Batting .265, OPS of .733. Here's the pitch. Chopper, foul. That may have hit his face. That chop off his face. 8 homers and 47 RBIs. 0-1. Kopech sets, kicks, and deals. Checked his swing. That one was definitely inside, but it's called a strike. 0-2. Greg Brown was offering the compliments to the umpire just an inning ago, but he has missed a lot of calls here. 0-2 counts. Kopech fires. Pham hits this to right, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. Pham's second hit of the day. It's the Pirates need some insurance. That'll bring up Andrew McCutchen. He's batting .247, OPS of .727, 12 homers and 51 RBIs. McCutchen is 1 for 2 with a walk. As again, Pham is at first with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Kopech looks over at first, comes to a set, kicks and deals. Way upstairs, almost hit McCutchen in the face. McCutchen obviously ducking out of the way. The Pirates faithful did not like that. 1-0 count. Kopech looks over at first, sets, rocks and fires. Almost hits him again. And the Pirates fans are getting irate. 2-0. The pitcher falling. Yep. Called safe. Again, the Pirates faithful already irate about what had happened. Kopech might be riling up some more. 2-0. Here's the pitch. That is outside for ball 3. McCutchen, no stranger from getting hit over the years. He was definitely a target for many pitchers whenever the Pirates were contenders, they would definitely, he would always get hit by a pitch. It felt like almost every game. Not accurate, obviously, but here's the 3-0. That is inside ball 4. So McCutchen walks. 4-pitch walk. And that will bring up O'Neal Cruz, who's pinch hitting, of course, for Canario. Cruz walked in his first appearance, batting .204, OPS of 701, 19 homers and 53 RBIs. And it looks like so Roberts has seen enough. Kopech is done. And McCutchen has passed Honus Wagner, for 4th in the all-time walks list for the Pirates. That's cool. So a pitching change underway here in Pittsburgh. Bear with me, folks. It's a good one. We'll just have to wait for a second. They're going to stay away, or they'll go away. I, of course, will stay right here. As it's going to be former Pirate Anthony Banda. Many Pirates fans remember him. 5-1 record, 3.32 ERA, whip of a 1.25. Of course, we're like, wait, why couldn't you do that with us? Went 3.42 in 2021 as a Pirate, but in 2022, 6.41, and he was sent to Toronto. So that is the new pitcher for the Dodgers. It's going to be a lefty-on-lefty matchup here. Once again, folks, first off, again, we're in a pitching change, so bear with me. Number 2, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out tonight. Make sure, of course, to leave a like. Hit that like button. It helps out a lot. And, of course, subscribe to the channel if you're a fan of sports. If you're a fan of the play-by-play I'm offering tonight, again, this is what I do. It's mostly for the Pirates. I do bounce around, of course, every now and then. But, of course, I'll be doing the postseason. So definitely subscribe to the channel if you're a baseball fan, sports fan, whatever. Sports better. I could be covering a game that you need information on. So definitely do it. Again, I just recommend that you don't bet on the Pirates. Not something I would do. So, but again, appreciate you guys for hanging out tonight. As hopefully we'll resume this one too. Again, it'll be runners on first and second with 1 out. Pirates, of course, leading 7-6. As we're returning action again, Matson. They're showing what had happened earlier. Kelly coming out. It's like, hey, that's clearly a foul tip. There is the mark of the bats. The fact that he showed him the mark, you can clearly see it on the ball. I mean, that is wild. Didn't even want to look at it. Didn't even want to talk to the umpires. All right. Again, Banda facing Cruz. Lefty on lefty should favor the Dodgers. Banda looks back at second. Looks back again. Kicks and deals. That is in the dirt. Oh, it's a pass ball. And that is moving the runners to second and third. Apparently it's Banda. I thought it was Banda. My bad. Banda with the wild pitch. And Will Smith is as great as they come. But even he couldn't get that one. So runners on second and third with 1 out. A base hit into the outfield would be some nice insurance for the Pirates as Banda sets. Kicks and deals. Chopper to short. Betts is going to have to throw to first. He couldn't. He could not throw out Pham as he had a great break. So it's now 8-6. McCutchen staying at second. As that will bring up Spencer Horwitz. Horwitz batting .258 OPS of 719, 7 homers and 39 RBIs. Horwitz at the plate now with, again, a runner on second, 2 outs. Banda kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Banda looks in. Sets. Rocks and fires. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Horwitz, again, just not the best against lefties. Horwitz did ground into a fielder's choice in the 6th inning and, of course, came across to score. Bonda sets. Looks back at second. Looks back again. Kicks and deals. That is outside for ball one. Umpire is crazy. Umpire definitely started off strong. Then started to, I don't know what happened. 1-2. Bonda rocks and fires. Horwitz hits this to center as Pages settles under it and will make the catch for out number 3. But hey, you know what? The Pirates push across a run. It's now 8-6 here in Pittsburgh as we head to the top of the 8th inning. You'd bunt, not with 2 outs. Can't do that. Not with Horwitz. Horwitz is not fast. Once again, folks, appreciate you guys again for hanging out with me and letting me call this game for you guys again. You know, I know there's a lot of other streamers. Of course, they're mostly Dodgers streamers, so if you're a Pirates fan, well, it's about time you showed up. And, of course, if you're a Dodgers fan, well, again, appreciate it. Again, that's definitely a huge compliment to me because, again, I know there's a lot of Dodgers streamers out there. So, yeah, appreciate you guys. Again, make sure to leave a like, hit that like button, and, of course, subscribe to the channel for more sports play-by-play with Dr. Delay. Again, that's what I do. I do a lot of play-by-play. This is like my 123rd or 24th game of the year. Been really picking up the pace. The last 3 months, I've really done it. Really picked up the pace. But again, I've been here since opening day, and of course, I was here for the Pirates-Marlins opening day series. So again, I will not go away anytime soon. Looking forward to next year, of course. But again, I'll be doing the playoffs, and of course, plenty of football. A lot of football on the channel as well. Pitching for the Pirates, that will bring up, they'll bring out Dauri Moreta out of the bullpen. 1-0, 2.45 ERA, whip of a 1.09. You're very welcome, Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, yeah, you've been here for a while too. You've been here since it's almost the beginning. I appreciate you, Pittsburgh, again for hanging out. You're doing a great job tonight. That implies I've done terrible jobs the other nights, but I'll take it, Russell. Thank you. Thank you, Russell. Conforto will be leading off here in the top of the 8th. Conforto, Pages, and Freeland are scheduled to be due up in the top of the 8th. Conforto batting 189, OPS of 626, 10 homers and 29 RBIs. Moreta sets, kicks and deals. That is in there for a called strike. HP5, thank you. Let's go. W Livestream, appreciate it. Conforto's 0 for 2 with a walk. Moreta kicks and deals. Checked his swing. Did he go? He did not. I'd like to see the replay of that one. That one was... I thought he went 1-1. Moreta sets. Looks back at second despite no one being there. Here's the pitch. That is low for ball 2. Some people, again, they'll do that. It's interesting. They still lean in despite there not being any more signs from the catcher. 2-1 count to Conforto. Moreta looks back at second despite no one being there. Here's the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. Let's go, Pitt. A win here would help the Phillies stay ahead of the Dodgers. I root for both Pennsylvania teams, so this game is huge. You don't cover Penn games, do you? I will do one Penguins game, and that's going to happen after football season. And depending how I do and the success of the live stream, that'll determine if I do Penguins games going forward. But yes, one game I promised a very early subscriber. He's an OG. He pops in every now and then, Draven, that I would do one Penguins game. And depending on how that goes, we do have a amount of it, by the way. That's why I'm yapping for an extended period of time. I will do a Penguins game. And I don't really watch hockey, so I don't know the terminology. So if I say some things that make no sense, I do apologize for that. But that'll happen in January or February, depending on what's happening in the sports world. 2-2 Cats Conforto as we are resuming action. Again, the Pirates lead 8-6 here in the top of the 8th. Moreta sets. kicks, and deals. That is way upstairs for ball 3. 95 on the fastball. You'll be here for the Pens games. It's probably not going to be pretty, Denny. It will not be. It's going to be pretty bad. 3-2 count. Moreta kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. Already walking off the mound before he swung. What in the world? Very confident indeed. I don't even know if that's possible, but Moreta somehow did it. As that will bring up Andy Pages. He's 1 for 3. Batting .275, OPS of 786, 24 homers and 78 RBIs. Moreta fires. That is in there for a called strike. Do a Caps-Pens game. Ovechkin playing for the Caps. I'll look at it. I've been told I should do Pittsburgh-Toronto. I have a lot of Toronto fans. We'll see. Here's the 0-1. That is in there for a called strike. That would be pretty cool, though, to do an Ovechkin. Maybe I do, too, just for fun. We'll see. 0-2 count. 0-2 count to Pages. Again, he had a home run earlier. Reached on an error. He'll be here for all Bucks plus Steelers. There we go. I'll see you every Sunday for sure. 0-2 counts. Moreta sets. Looks back at second for no reason. That's going to be popped up. He looked back at second twice, folks, as Davis is under it and makes the catch for out number 2. Right, looking back at second twice. The ghost runner had a huge lead. So that will bring up Alex Freeland. Freeland is 0 for 3 on the day, batting .200. OPS of 629. 2 homers and 6 RBIs. Again, everyone, I will be here for the entire series of the Dodgers-Pirates. So definitely subscribe to the channel so I can appear on your YouTube feed, as that is in there for a called strike. I'll be here tomorrow and, of course, Thursday, electing to not do the Thursday night football game, Cowboys-Eagles. I'll be doing Dodgers and Pirates. 0-1. Here's the pitch. That is high for ball 1. Are you a Pens fan? I'm a casual Penguins fan. I just look at the standings, you know. I follow them on Twitter. I get the feed of them losing usually. That's how it goes now. 1-1. Here's the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. I do remember watching the Stanley Cup Finals in like the late 2000s, 08, 09. I know they won one of those. But no, I'm not I've never heard of Mike Lange or Lange. 1-2. Moreta sets. You already know he's going to look back. There it is. Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Moreta doing the Manziel. Interesting stuff there. I can see that. I can definitely see them being very similar. As we head to the bottom of the 8th inning, the Pirates lead the Dodgers 8-6. It's been a great one, folks. It's been a great one. You should do this professionally. I would. I just don't know where to really break through. I work part-time at a radio station, but they don't really care about sports at all. And it's a really small radio station, so yeah. Would be awesome. I would do it. And I've already said, like, if I'm offered a gig, I'd make it to where, obviously I can't show the game, but I would have it to where the audio of the game would go through my YouTube channel as well. Like, that's already, like, I'm already thinking about you guys in my hypothetical future, if that were to happen. It would be awesome. I would love to do it. It's the greatest radio voice of all time. Okay, I have to look at it, Mike. I'm really bad at following up things I should look up, but I will try. Mike Lange. Once again, folks, appreciate you guys again for hanging out tonight. Again, we got a good one tonight between the Pirates and Dodgers. Again, just clicking on the live stream really helps out the channel a lot. And again, make sure to leave a like and hit that subscribe button for more play-by-play with Dr. Delay. Again, this is a growing channel, so you might as well hop on while the train is not that crowded. And started opening day at 30 subs. Here I am, just over 700 now. So again, we're moving up. Appreciate you guys again for your support. Kirby Yates is going to be the new pitcher for the Dodgers. 4-3 win-loss record, 4.72 ERA, WHIP of a 1.28. So again, and also again for the Dodgers fans here, again, it's not just a Pirates channel. Again, I do mostly Pirates, but I do bounce around from time to time, and of course we'll be doing the postseason as well. And the Pirates, even if they go undefeated, they will not, I don't think, will make the playoffs. So yeah. Doing it for the Pirates is Davis, Devaney, and Triolo. Or YouTube compilations. Yeah, I was going to look at YouTube for his stuff. Yeah, appreciate it. I'll have to look at it. I will have to learn the terminology of hockey. As Davis is batting 171, OPS of 534, 6 homers, and 20 RBIs. Get him over 1,000. Yeah, that would be good. It might not be as good for you guys, but it would be great for me. Because then I would actually start making some money, as here is the pitch that is in there for a cold strike. Wouldn't be as good for you guys, because the way I would make money would be ads. That would be unfortunate. That would be unfortunate for you guys for sure. But Yates kicks and deals. Ground ball to second, right to the second baseman, throws to first for out number 1. Again, hard hit. And again, as I say, almost every single night that Davis plays, he just hits it so well, but it always is. It's like right to a fielder almost every time. That should bring up Cam Devaney. He is going to step up to the plate here, looking for his first hit of the game and for his career. He's 0-6, just called up the other day. As Yates sets, kicks and deals, swing and a miss. Strike 1, 28-year-old rookie. And, I definitely pulling for him. I always pull for people that are, just grinding. Of course, he never gave up, obviously. 28-year-old rookie. 0-1, Yates fires. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Buy Sam a drink and get the dog one, too. I'm assuming you guys would know the reference. I have no idea. Once again, 0-2 to Devaney. Pirates leading 8-6 here in the bottom of the 8th. Yates kicks and deals. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. He struck him out. So Devaney will probably have to wait another day to get his first hits, as that will bring up Jared Triolo. He's batting 226, OPS of 679, 5 homers and 20 RBIs. Chalmers, how's it going? Thank you for stopping on by, man. Here is the pitch. That is outside for ball 1. This is the guy I sent you guys to cover, or, the one Red Sox game I couldn't watch. I had you guys go over to him last Friday. Of course, it's Thomas Fitzpatrick. Here's the 1-0. That's in the dirt and to the backstop for ball 2. He's got a colorful way to describe goals. Oh, I gotcha. Once again, 2-0 count to Triolo. Here's the 2-0. That is outside for ball 3. Again, Triolo's 2 for 4 on the night. I believe he has a pair of doubles. A really good night for him. One of the many Pirates to actually just turn the corner pretty much since the All-Star break. Here's the 3-0, and that is way inside. Almost hit him for ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk, and that will bring up Nick Gonzalez. It was 0 for 2 with 2 walks. He's batting 277, OPS of 707, 5 homers and 22 RBIs as Santana is warming up in the Pirates bullpen. He'll still on the north side. 5-minute walk from Three Rivers. Wow. Very nice. A little bit of a delay here on Dr. Delay as there's a mound visit. Once again, folks, appreciate you guys again. Make sure, of course, to like it up. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more play-by-play with Dr. Delay. Again, appreciate you guys all for tuning on in. Again, I know there's a lot of streamers covering this game. I will, of course, cover the next two, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of competition as well. Again, thank you very much for your support. Yates sets. Looks over at first, and a pickoff attempt, and Triolo's barely back safe and sound as Yates was very quick with that one. Boston won, so hopefully Houston and Pittsburgh can win. Yeah, Houston playing the Yankees. That's always big. Yates looks over at first, kicks and deals. And Gonzalez crushes this to left. But that is a foul ball. Way out in front. Oh, and 1 count to Nick Gonzalez. Yates sets. Looks over at first. Rocks and fires. And that's going to be fouled back. 0-2. It'd be nice, Gonzalez, to turn into like a Freddie Sanchez type of player. High contact, which again, 277 in today's game is like batting 300 about 20 years ago. 0-2, Yates delivers. That is outside. Triolo's taken off the second, and he is safe. So Triolo putting himself in scoring position. Triolo, again, very fast. Pirates have some speed on their team. Triolo, Gonzalez, Cruz, of course. Cruz is the fastest when he wants to be. Canario has some speed. 1-2. Here's the pitch. That is low. Ball gets away, but Triolo, nothing doing there. Caden, thank you for stopping by. Is that North Dakota? Oh, that's kind of cool. It's a first time seeing a North Dakota fan here. Shohei, I guess you'll be up in the next and the top of the ninth. I'm not too sure. Thank you, of course, for stopping on by. 2-2 count. Yates sets, kicks and deals. And Gonzalez hits this to center, and Pages, oh, he couldn't make the catch. And Triolo is going to cross home. It's now 9-6. Pages sliding, couldn't quite squeeze the glove in time, and it's 9-6 here in Pittsburgh. Just a little, wasn't hit too well to center, but it was shallow. I mean, that's probably what helped. Again, 9-6. That will bring up Brian Reynolds. So for 2 with 2 walks, batting .244, OPS of .717. Here is a pickoff attempt, and that almost got away. Keeping an eye on Speedy Gonzalez over there. 14 homers and 68 RBIs. And you will probably be correct, Russell. Yates kicks and deals. That is low for ball 1. Carl also pulling for the Stros versus the Yankees. I imagine that's going to be a common theme. People do not like the Astros, but they will definitely not like the Yankees. 1-0 counts. Yates delivers. That's going to be popped up foul. Chom is trying to jinx the Pirates here. Oh, man. 1-1 counts. Pirates haven't beaten nothing yet. But again, you can spot the Pirates 9 runs at the first inning, and I've seen them lose. And I'm not even kidding. 1-1. Here is the pitch. Right down the middle for a called strike. 1-2. Again, a runner on first for the Pirates. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Pirates lead 9-6, scoring a run just a moment ago. Yates kicks and deals. That is low for ball 2. Pirates dominated this game. I don't know. That's a tough one. I don't know if we did or not. I mean, they had a really good night, but a few, I don't know. It's a tough one. Here's the 2-2. Tapper, and that's going foul. There's a lot of plays the Dodgers were just inches away in the outfield. Like Pages, again, that catch, it was in and out of the glove. Hernandez and Wright, I mean, diving attempt, couldn't get there, and then jogging to the ball. And then, of course, Conforto taking a terrible angle to that ball. I mean, it's just, I don't know. Here's the 2-2 as Reynolds hits this to center. Pages is at the warning track, though, and makes the catch for out number 3. Gave it a good ride, but could not get out of here as we head to the top of the 9th. The Dodgers will have one last chance to tie the game or take the lead. Again, appreciate you guys again for stopping on by. Again, probably the last time you'll be able to say that. Make sure, of course, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Again, if you're a Pirates-Dodgers fan, well, if you're a Pirates fan, like, already subscribe. Like, what the heck are you doing? How have you not already subscribed to the channel? I've been here since March. Like, come on. And then, of course, for the Dodgers, again, I'll be doing this series through pretty much the whole series. I'll be back tomorrow, same time, and, of course, Thursday, the same time. I will not be streaming the Cowboys-Eagles game, so I'll be focused on this series here. So definitely subscribe to the channel. Of course, I'll be doing playoff baseball as well. So definitely do that. Definitely do that. And, of course, you ain't jinxing nothing. Yeah. Again, thank you to all the members and the donors, the donations. Again, it's really awesome. I really do appreciate you guys. But, of course, Coffee Beans is the $4.99 tier, so she sponsors the scoreboard around the baseball world. So one final time, unless, of course, the Dodgers make it interesting, we'll go around baseball. So the Blue Jays lead the Reds 11-9 as they head to the top of the 9th. Very interesting, very exciting game there, too. Jeez. Cardinals lead the A's 2-1 to the top of the 8th. The Angels lead the Royals 4-1 to the bottom of the 7th. The Rays lead the Mariners 4-3 in the top of the 7th. Cubs leading the Braves 4-3 in the bottom of the 6th. White Sox lead the Twins 5-3 as they head to the top of the 7th. Yankees lead the Astros 2-0 in the top of the 5th. The Giants lead the Rockies 2-0 in the top of the 3rd inning. The Mets have defeated the Tigers 12-5. The Red Sox defeat the Indians 11-7, and the Nationals have defeated the Marlins 5-2. New pitcher for the Pirates is indeed Dennis Santana. 4-5 record, 2.33 ERA, WHIP of a .91. He has 11 saves on the season, last 7 games, 1.29 ERA, WHIP of a .86. Though he had a rough stretch, we all remember that against Colorado. That was something. As Rojas comes to the plate. That is inside ball 1. How did I know? Rojas batting .257, OPS of .703, 6 homers and 21 RBIs. He is 1 for 3 on the night. Santana kicks and deals. That is outside for ball 2. Closest Dodgers got was 4-4. Yeah, but the Dodgers have more hits. More a lot of things, to be honest with you. More home runs. Here's the 2-0. That is upstairs ball 3. You also call them the Indians. Oh, yeah, of course. Indians, Redskins. I mean, whenever I make a Indians, or Guardians, I put the Indians logo. Here's the 3-0. That is upstairs ball 4. That was close. But wasn't in the zone, as that will bring up Shohei Ohtani. Again, he crushed one earlier to right. It was actually Bubba Chandler's first earned run allowed in his career. He is 2 for 4 on the day with the home run, batting .278, OPS of .994, 46 homers and 86 RBIs. And also, again, whenever I do Commanders games, I'll also be putting the Redskins logo on it as well. Just saying I'll be doing that. Do have a pinch runner at first. More on him in a moment as Santana sets, kicks and deals. That is outside for ball 1. Haesung Kim replacing Rojas at first. Santana looks over at first. Sets. Rocks and fires. Ohtani hits this to left, and that is going foul. Is Danny Santana related to former pitcher Johan Santana? I don't think so. I honestly don't know. I'm going to go with a no, though. I'll click on him later. Always Indians, yeah. 1-1. Here's the pitch. Ohtani hits this to center. Cruz at the warning track, leaping, can't make the catch. It's off the wall. Pham has it. He's throwing to second. Kim is rounding third, heading for home. Gonzalez doesn't see it, and a run has scored. Ohtani is at second, does the Freddie Freeman dance, and it's a 2-run ball game with Ohtani at second with nobody out. Ohtani struck the pose and all, thought he got all of it, but no, it was off the top of the wall. Cruz made a good effort. Could not get the catch as Mookie Betts is coming to the plate. He's 2 for 4, batting .252, OPS of .701, 14 homers and 60 RBIs. Things are getting interesting in Pittsburgh. Santana sets and fires. That is inside for ball 1. This is why being a Pirates fan is not for the weak. Same with the Steelers fan, to be honest with you. You want to know? Here's the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. A Pittsburgh fan, in general, it's tough. It's tough scenes all around. 1-1 count. Santana kicks and deals. And Betts hits this to left. I thought he got a hold of that one and crushed it. That's going to be caught for outs number 1. Gave it a good ride, but it was more height than distance. Oh, man. Freeman coming to the plate. He is 0 for 4. He's 0 for 4 in this one, so that means he's due for something. He's batting .297, OPS of .867, 18 homers and 76 RBIs. Again, a runner on second. That is Ohtani with 1 out. The Dodgers have already scored once this inning. Tying run at the plate. Here's the pitch. Freeman hits this to center, but it's right to Cruz for out number 2. That was more of a Henry Davis type of hit there. Just a line drive, but right to a fielder. Freeman may finish 0 for 5 on the night, and that will bring up the Fresh Prince of L.A., Will Smith. Will Smith is 3 for 4 on the night. He's batting .298 on the season, OPS of .907, 17 homers, 61 RBIs. Pirates fans, Dodgers fans, all on their feet. Here's the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. Pirates fans are cheering. Not good. Ohtani did the dance. He would definitely do it. 0-1 counts. Santana rocks, sets, looks back at second, kicks and deals. Chopped foul. And the Dodgers are down to their last strike. Denny can't bear to look. I can't either. 0-2 count. Runner on second. Tying run at the plate. Santana sets, rocks, and fires. Smith hits this to right. Reynolds backing up at the wall, making the catch at the wall for outs number 3. Raise the Jolly Roger. The Pirates take game 1 of this 3-game series against the Dodgers, as for some reason things have paused on my end as the Pirates hand the Dodgers their 60th loss of the year. The Pirates, of course, moving to 62-77, where, of course, the Dodgers fall to 78-60. Guys, awesome. That was awesome. Appreciate you guys very much for stopping on by tonight. Make sure, of course, if you haven't done so already, make sure to leave a like. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I will be here tomorrow for the exact same game, and, of course, Thursday for the exact same game. So, again, if you enjoyed tonight's broadcast, please hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. It really does. It was a fun one. It was a fun one. Raise it. Yes, you told me again. I'm just a Pirates fan. I usually don't buy these things. I don't buy the leads that we have. It was definitely excellent. Great game. Great call. Yes. And yeah, no, it was a bad call by the Dodgers or by the umpire. That really, again, that made things very interesting. It made things very interesting. But again, appreciate you guys again. Make sure, of course, to leave a like and, of course, subscribe. I'm going to see if there's anyone I can send you guys to. Of course, when you go there, make sure to let them know I sent you. Because, yeah, it definitely helps me out that you do that as well. But again, appreciate you guys. I will be back, of course, tomorrow for more play-by-play with Dr. Delay, as I will try again to find somewhere else to send you guys. Great work, Doctor, and thank you. Thank you again. Jesus, Lord, and team. Yes, sir. Pirates got to win against a great team. They help fill in the process. Once again, folks, if you haven't done so already, make sure, again, to leave a like and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel, because I'll be back tomorrow and beyond with plenty of baseball, plenty of football, plenty of a lot of things, because that's what I do. I do a lot. I do a lot. Here, let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and send you guys over, if you want more baseball, sending you guys over to the Orioles and Padres. So, again, if you want more baseball, of course, Dodgers fans might want to check out what your rivals are doing tonight. Of course, again, if you're just a baseball fan, that's more baseball. Orioles Birdwatcher will take it from here. You guys all have a great rest of your night. I will see you guys tomorrow for Game 2. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe.